And we are live here on Plus One EXP's Roll for Content channel. My name is Tony Vicinda. I'm Chief Alchemist here at Plus One EXP, which is a weird little brand that multi-classes in tabletop game design, beard, and skincare alchemy in the Bardic College of Content Creation. Our hope and desire here at Plus One EXP is to help amazing designers find great players who love their games, and amazing players find great designers whose games they can love. We do that in a lot of different ways, but the most fun way is sitting down with those designers to play those games. It's exactly what we're doing tonight. We're doing part 2 of our public playtest of F-Infiniti, a game we just finished funding over on BackerKit. You can check out more about that at ttrpg.link/speed of sad. There's not a lot to do right now other than hit follow on the campaign, so you'll get an update when the late pledges go live. But we funded. Congratulations, everyone. Unlocked a whole bunch of great stretch goals right at the end. Shout out to Greg. You know who you are. We don't. We'll hopefully see you one day. Stepping into the Angels inner circle, that top level pledge, and rocketing us past a couple stretch goals. So we're really excited by all the things we've got in front of us. We did part 1 of this a little while ago, and we have already talked through safety tools before stream with our new player. Lines, veils, the X card, the open door policy are all in effect. We have all that information in tow, but we are going to dive right into it tonight. I'm going to hand things over to Wes Franks to take us into F-Infiniti.
Absolutely. Wonderful intro, Tony. I'm going to go ahead and do a round of everybody introducing themselves. So you're going to go ahead and just give your name, your pronouns, where people can find you online, and then who you're playing for this evening. You can give a short little sentence, 2-sentence description of your character and everything. We'll get to meet them very, very soon. Then I'm going to hop on into a recap, and then we're going to kick things right off right where we need to. Hi, I'm going to kick off and start by saying my name is Wes Franks. I am the lead writer of Formula Infinity, or F-Infiniti, or Finfinity, and I am deeply honored. And it's actually kind of it hasn't sunk in yet. I've just been kind of working off of adrenaline and everything that a book that I'm writing with a fucking bunch of badass artists and writers is funded. We made nearly 10K off of our goal and everything like that, and so thank you. My pronouns are they, them, and I'll be your storyteller for this evening. I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to the top left of our queue and crew, Dusty.
Hello, hi. I'm Dusty. I use they, them pronouns. I'm a performer, game designer, and also a writer on F-Infiniti. F-Infiniti.
Dusty, can you turn you up a touch?
Yeah, I can also just talk louder. Yeah, hi. I'm also a writer for F-Infiniti. I did some character options of the gambits and the troubles and some mementos and all the fun stuff. And so I think some of it will be seen today with Sad Cowboys.
Perfect. Let's go ahead and hop on over to our bottom left, Kendo.
Hello everybody. My name is Kendrick or Kendo, whichever you prefer. I use any and all pronouns, and I am happy to be here once again. I did not have the fortune or luck to be able to work on this project, but I do get to play the hell out of Dallas Hopkins here today on the racetrack as the masked racer. We don't need that other guy who's also another guy in a mask, but we do have me.
Beautiful. Yeah, there's God, really big. There's only room for one masked character in this race path. It's great. It's great. We're gonna go roll on around like we're looping around a circuit ourselves. Tony, you've already introduced yourself, but why don't you go ahead and let us know who you're portraying?
Yeah, I am playing as, oh man, let me go back and look at my actual name because it's not what everybody calls me. People just know me as the Duke. I am Fabian Duke Lemon. I am the washed up, down on your luck crew chief. Was a star racer on my home planet, could never afford the fees to get off. Now, through a twist of fate, a group of younger bucks have let me take to the stars. as their crew chief. Super excited to see the big stars of all the racing circuit that I've only watched from a distance. But man, it makes me feel so old, which is my entire vibe. Everything about me. Yeah, but that's me.
Fantastic. The Duke.
The
The
Duke.
Duke. And then finally, but certainly not last, absolutely not least, we've got a good friend of mine who is taking over after we tragically lost our former compatriot on the track.
R.I.P.J.
R.I.P.
I
PJ.
think tragically lost is an
RPJ.
understatement.
R.I.P.J. Absolutely. Artie, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Artie Wells. Pronouns they, any. I am a game designer and actual play performer, and I am playing the mysterious Racer Zed, formerly known as Cam Shaft, award-winning racer who had the late PJ on his team and went undercover after his death was staged. I have returned as an agent of FIAR to fight corruption here. And I'm doing the whole Racer X thing. I've gotten plastic surgery. People don't recognize it's me. I'm just a dude.
I
By
like
the
that
name
this
of-
one is not in a mask, but is still in a mask.
In a different kind of mask. I almost did a mask, but then I was like, that's right. Everyone here is wearing masks because we're in space. And we all have to be mysterious sci-fi people.
Some of us have masks on top of masks or under masks. Okay.
And some of us wear metaphorical masks, if you think
Exactly.
about it.
Exactly.
What is age but a type of mask?
Masks.
And I'm always saying that.
And I'm always.
always. Truly,
I've always said that.
truly. I heard
And I'm
Artie say that.
always literally on a t-shirt, on a tote bag even.
Yeah. I heard you say that, and then I was like, Artie has to be on the show. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Artie gets it.
Artie gets it. All right, gang. Let's go ahead.
That was the most West way you could have done.
Gotta crack one open for sure.
Yeah, I have to take a good old guzzle of that ginger ale. Absolutely. Legally distinct ginger ale. Fantastic, everybody. I'm so stoked to have you all aboard. And we're going to be kicking things off after a very, very, very incidental and ridiculous and wonderful first session on the planet Sloth, where we had our newly formed team starting at the beginning of the Formula Infiniti season. Now, this team, who had a sponsor by the name of
Slow cones.
Slow Codes, an ice cream company that was actually just a front for this outfit here. They were approached by a local crime lord, or they were approached by a local community leader and revolutionary that was like, "Hey, gang, we need you to work with this criminal organization that's here to go ahead and during this race hit some valves to make sure that they can get in and do some corporate espionage against this Solmara Dynamics, which is a company that has taken the swamp planet of Sloth and has started just filling it with pipes and industrial devastation and deforestation for the sake of progress, industrialization.
Who could have seen it coming?
Who could have seen it coming? James Cameron did.
And
but-
only him.
And only him. He certainly knows something that we all don't know.
That's why he keeps going down to the Titanic, is to do his
absolutely.
augury.
Yeah. That's why he's the only one that should be allowed to use AI. Which is great. Fantastic. All right. Anyways, where you got to meet the vultures and their fucking leader, weird little freak by the name of Carrion, that took a shining to the Duke and the rest of the gang and said, "Hey, for a job well done for doing this, you're gonna get a little gift, and that's the Silver Wing. It is a custom rig that we are giving to you to race and everything. Fantastic stuff, right? You all started off on the starting grid, which the sloth circuit goes through the swamps of the area utilizing mag plates, magnetism. That is how we are using these hover cars and everything, using the polarity, the reverse polarity of the magnets, the push and pull, everything like that. It's really cool science stuff that I know the science for, and all of us know the science for.
Everyone
you
knows
don't
the
know.
science for
We
it.
could explain
Clearly.
it to you, but it would take the entire
Mhm.
session for you to get it and everything. So we're
Buy
just gonna,
whiteboards
like,
in the other room.
you just need to trust us that we know the science behind it.
Mhm.
But
I'm doing calculations right now. As we
I can
speak.
see them. I can see it.
Yeah.
Like it's like REM happening in your rapid eye movement. But just letting you know that it absolutely is dangerous and offsets all the terrible things into the ecosystem of sloth. But it's okay because your crew was pushing and pushing and racing and racing and racing until things were looking great. Y'all were dominating the pack. Y'all had full track dominance, and then a rudimentary pit maneuver went awry, went haywire, as PJ, one of your crew members, was struck by a legend of Formula Infinity. Actually, the matriarch of the Bartag family, which dwells on Middle Heaven, that is where they call home, to which caused a chain reaction explosion that set off explosives that were in the silver wing that had been planted there by the vultures as a little bit of cleaning up after themselves. Which brings us to the present day. After having PJ dead, an entire season of Formula Infinity has occurred between then and now. We are at the final race of the season, which takes place on the planet of Middle Heaven. And I just want to say for the audience, it's kind of convenient because the Miami Street Grand Prix is occurring tomorrow. They've already had qualifying today and like all the practices and everything like that. And it looks like the little kid, the 17-year-old, or I think he's like 18 now or whatever, is dominating. The Italian is dominating. Yeah, Mercedes, Ferrari are on top. And Red Bull is okay. Anyways, I love you, Red Bull.
Reach out.
Reach out. We're doing
us
great.
out.
Hit us up.
We got a pitch.
We got a pitch. Anyways, so that brings us to the planet of Middle Heaven. Let me dive in and give a little bit of background on what Middle Heaven is, and then we'll get a little bit of close-ups on our racers and where they are right now. Middle Heaven is officially designated, the official planet designation is known as Athenae 1. Its nickname is the Spoke of Senna. It is the Spoke of the Senna system, the entertainment capital of the system, the planet of second chances, or the diamond in the rough. Its primary export is tourism, professional sports, and gambling. Its economic status, with the majority being poor and the minority being affluent, it contains on normal cycles a population of less than 16.7 million people at any given time, but during race season, it can get up to approximately 30 million people. What is Middle Heaven? Well, it's a planet born from a space station belonging to the Evaldi Mining Company, with countless additions over the years leading to it becoming a planet-sized object. It is a network of skyways and buildings lending to a deeply ingrained race culture. Hyperpre, street races, and gambling can be found throughout every nook and cranny of the neon heavenly body. The mine operations in the surrounding Raikkonen asteroid field dried up 78 cycles ago, leaving the sector to doom and ruin, all until an intrepid 2-bit entertainer from Carlisle Prime by the name of Sunny Twilight made a gamble on purchasing the station and its surrounding sector, which allowed crime families and connections to run roughshod on developing a new entertainment empire. In the cycle since its inception, Middle Heaven is known for one thing: winning big. Now, this Hyperpre is going to be weaving in and out through this entire planet. You're going to be going through 4 different sectors. Distinctly, it is going to be starting off in the Zephyr sector, which is the upper part of Middle Heaven. It is the surface of Middle Heaven. It is a simulated utility sun atmosphere that has a day, night, and weather cycle up here. It feels a bit as if we were living on the perfect day here on Earth. at all times. There are atmosphere condensers. There are different ways to make whoever lives here in this veritable oasis so comfortable, so comfortable. It is the home to excessively wealthy. It is mostly populated by the founding families of Middle Heaven. These three families all found their humble beginnings when Middle Heaven was a lone mining outpost, and they eventually wrestled control from Sunny Twilight after he had made it a prime space to be. That is the Manolos, the wealthiest family on Middle Heaven, and they are the top hyperjet manufacturing company in the Senna system. They are rumored to have ties with a vast criminal network behind the biggest gambling racket across Middle Heaven and beyond. Their logo was found on our backer kit. It was made by the fantastic people over at Soul Muppet. Who one of their artists, I believe is Tyler, went ahead and drafted up some things, some stickers for the project. Their logo is a three-headed Cerberus. It's the Ferrari logo, but it's a Cerberus head instead of a horse. Then you have the Bartags, a once proud and noble family of engineers and the leading producers of onboard hyperpre electronics, and not to mention military contracts. They have been brought low in recent years due to terrible hyperpre losses and corporate sabotage. People believe that Rutgart Mechanics is behind it because they were able to take over.
More like Rot Gut.
Exactly. Very few members of this family still remain in Middle Heaven. One was a important one was removed in Sloth earlier in this season. But the ones who are still here are surely planning a major comeback. And then you have finally the Choys, a family dedicated to ice mining with many of its members embedded in entertainment networks, not even on Middle Heaven, but across the entire globe. Their ice is the main contributing ingredient to the leading beverage sponsors across a variety of sports. And they have recently purchased their own racing team to get into the mix, not wanting to have to develop their own things. They went ahead and bought one of the premier racing teams known across the system, which is of course Levin Championship Auto. Imagine a family like mom and pop racing team that has essentially established itself with like dedication. The fact that they view like this sport as like it is a thing that is in their blood. It is inherent to them. They started off with nothing. They were just a courier and food delivery service until they were brought up. Their patriarch established them as a racing team, and their
The
son,
Speed Racers.
Essentially, it's the level. Yeah, it's a little bit of initial D too because it's a red bean curry delivery service.
Of course.
Exactly, absolutely. So that's Zephyr. Then you have the Twilight Grand Mall. Think the Strip. Think the Las Vegas Strip. The Twilight Grand Mall is where all the entertainment happens. It's where all the shopping happens. It's where all the clubbing happens. It's where all the gambling happens. All the book happens. If something's happening, it's happening at the TGM. It is also where the main housing for the motor hyperpre scene is. Motor hyperpre is just hyperpre, but on fucking speeder bikes, essentially. They call themselves rocket jockeys because they strap a rocket essentially between their legs and they bound around a track. This is based off of Moto Grand Prix, which is where the hyper bikes where they have their knees touch the asphalt and everything. They have to wear knee pads and everything. Beneath that is the underbelly, which you'll find all the municipal functions maintaining Middle Heaven's population. So you'll find factories, substations, treatment facilities, and power stations. You'll also find a number of residential blocks, churches, corner shops, and restaurants down here as well. And then finally, you have the trenches, a tunnel network more akin to a tree's root system. The lowest of the low make their homes in the belly of Middle Heaven. This is even though they are downtrodden, the people of the trenches take pride in their illegal tunnel racing scene that is organized by local crime elements and daredevils that have nothing to lose. Imagine when I am describing these places to you and you are interacting in these places that every surface is covered in some sort of holographic advert. There are like holoverts. They unless you're in the Zephyr sector, which features pleasant, relaxing architecture and synthetic weather and sunlight. Why would you need advertisement? You know exactly what you're wanting to buy and everything like that when you're up there. Okay. This year's Middle Heaven Street Hyper Pre is bringing scores of race fans, celebrities, and gamblers to Middle Heaven from every corner of the Senna system, specifically to see one thing, one group, the Slow Cones. Duke.
Yeah.
In the time preceding the first race, immediately post PJ's death, there was a decision by the FIAR. As they were investigating, they found that there had been tampering with your vehicle. There was a long, drawn-out inspection where it was probably going to be assumed that your team was going to be removed from that season. You were going to be kicked out, and you're probably going to have your licenses revoked, all these different things, your everything impounded and everything like that. But they distinctly found and determined that the bomb that was within the Silverwing was not introduced by any of your tools. There was nothing that was suggesting linking you to it. And so, of course, it has to be tampering, corporate espionage. Another team was messing with you and everything like that, obviously. There's rumors that it was the bar tags and everything like that, though that doesn't make sense at all. It's just how these rumor mills buzz and everything like that. But in the immediate aftermath of the Slough incident, the pit incident in Slough, what would be Duke's primary concern? What would be the Duke's major focus coming out of that?
Right after the race or during the investigation? Is that what we're
kind of in the initial kind of months after or weeks afterwards and everything?
Yeah, I
so
think I think what we see Duke Duke has an old in the back of the shop, a room that basically no one else is allowed in, you disappear into from time to time. He disappears in there a little bit harder than more than normal. He's in before everybody, he's out after everybody leaves. There's a lot of people who are lingering in that part of town. But I think most of the workers have kind of shied away. Was it Donnie? Donnie's fucking around still. His mom won't let him quit this job, but I think a lot of other people made themselves scarce, but there's been a kind of a crowd building outside. You see some mixed kind of slant, some of the old Duke stuff that was around town. Some of it has anti-Duke propaganda on it. Other one has fight, other things you'll see fight for the Duke, people who think this was there's no way the Duke could have done this to us. But he's disappearing in there every day, and it's a lot of just he's rummaging through boxes. He's organizing the space. It's just all old old memorabilia from all the different racers who passed through here for your friends. We see stuff from the grandparents of the two current racers. We see Poppycock's first run. We see an old piece of one of the racers that was Ricky Folsom's one of the early Finns when he was working with the Duke early on. We see a lot of things. We also see a pair of charred sneakers hanging over there with a picture of PJ underneath them as a memorial. But he's taken this place that's just been kind of a space that he retreats to in memories, and it's very clearly becoming kind of a shrine to those memories in a different way. I mean, he's largely kind of just doesn't know how. He was already on the outs. This is the last straw. He doesn't have anything else left in him after all this. If they blame him for this, he's done.
Absolutely. We cut back to Middle Heaven, the starting grid. What is the state of the team? Are we maintaining the slow cone sponsor? Is there new digs? Is there new livery on the rigs? Like, what is the current vibe of everything? Because while not having a knockdown drag out season, this entire race season and everything like that, it's known that there are going to be a few circuits where you're going to be swapping the lead, especially in the constructor series within Hyper Pre. But it's been doing pretty all right. Tigway A went all right. Battlefield was rough, but you got across the line and everything. And so your team is currently sitting at number 2 in the constructor series. The Manolos are the only ones above you, and surprisingly enough, the bar tags, which have rallied behind the daughter of Jillian, Rubber Bullet, has climbed their way up to the third place. Though her teammate is probably going to hold them back due to a substance abuse issue. But it happens when you're on the drink often. With the highs and lows, what is the vibe like in the paddock? What is the vibes like in pit lane? How does everything feeling?
I think we can't. We can't. Slow Cone. We can't. There's no way they didn't have the money to sponsor us beyond that. Like it was a local criminal enterprise. Like I mean, and
they were criminals.
Well, you don't need to know if it's going to keep you from eating the slow cones. I'm not going to tell you. You know.
Wait till I tell you about everything.
Right.
I thought it was just a legitimate business. I liked the slow cones. Why couldn't they just do that?
There are slow cones. This is
right.
We've got.
Define
the slow cones do exist. We do. Wait,
because ice is expensive, and so synthetic snow cones.
Zero had so many of those. You don't understand.
Microplastics.
Oh my gosh.
Macro at this point.
Yeah.
Now I'm just imagining snow cones that are just like shaved plastic.
In the freezer.
But yeah, we've got to have a new sponsor. I mean, I think I've got a pitch. What gives another little scene? I think we don't have a corporate sponsor. I think we have a. Do we have a formal government on slow? Do we have a did Quinn write that down?
I mean, it was essentially Solmara Dynamics. Yeah, let me go ahead and get the,
I mean, the non-Solmara Dynamics side of things.
Yeah, the more bureaucratic side with it being a company town. Yeah, you've got oh my goodness. Yeah, you've got Vera Corinne, who is the commissioner.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think after the tampering allegations, and I think this is they tell the team before they tell Duke, but I think we end up with essentially we're the people's team now. Everybody does a full on pass the hat, and so there is some sort of big reveal where they bring us in and it's all new livery and it just says go slow on the side of it now, the classic thing that was always on the back of Duke's jacket from back at when he was a racer is now on the side of the livery.
Perfect. I love it. We go ahead and take a look over these rigs. They're sleek. They have curves to them, aerodynamic. You'll notice that a lot of people use she, her pronouns around them often when you're in paddocks and pits. I didn't come up with it. Don't get mad at me. They don't have fresh mag plates on them just yet. Those have been removed because mag plates are expensive. And as we've determined, the amount of friction that happens across these mag plates, they get shaved down to nothing. And so they have to be replaced very often, more often than you'd think. But these things are beautiful. What batteries are we looking at too? Are we looking at custom batteries, Rutgart batteries, or Gallipoli batteries for these rigs? And I'm asking the racers that are on the team.
I believe because I took over the Silver Strider and named it the Silver Devil as an homage. I think I did a custom battery.
Yeah, but it blew up.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
Remember?
that yeah, no, you're right. That was the whole thing. It got blew up.
Mhm.
I think I would still want to do a custom because like the whole thing. I think Zero. By the way, I'm playing Castorio Zero Strider. I forgot to mention that because I'm running on nothing but fumes and nos right now. Um,
Very appropriate.
their whole thing is about getting to the front no matter how much damage their thing takes. So their battery is mostly focused on like um toughing through despite like pushing a heavy machine as hard as it could. So it's bigger on like the body, the like thickness and um consistency rather than speed.
Apologies, I had a cat that thinks that they're very clever by opening up shelf doors and getting into greenie snacks. And I don't
Clever
know how
little
many
cat.
I don't know how many greenies he ate. So,
No, the
he's gonna have the
greenies.
cleanest teeth. Apologies. But yes, that sounds like a beautiful fucking rig. I love it. I love it. I love it. Um bringing on down to our other rig here.
Yeah.
Uh
So
well, first, let me
yeah.
before we dive into that, keep on thinking about that. Um Zero, I wanted to check with you here. In the times after the team was approved, there had already been like one race weekend that like one race that had been like postponed, canceled. It's considered a
Mhm.
buy, no point shifting, no points awarded or anything like that. In the aftermath, was your racing affected at all? Were you hitting harder? Like were you taking it a little bit more seriously? What shifted in your brain for this where it became a little bit more locked in? And were there any kind of like race highlights on any planets or anything like that that we could like kind of montage through?
I think that they really got in their own head because like the bomb was attached to their vehicle. They didn't notice. They and like for maybe for a moment they still feel like it was their fault that the other person died.
Mm-hmm.
Like and like clearly it was a bomb. Like if anyone should have died, it should have been Zero.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but they're still here. So I think there was like I think the next initial race was a really big like maybe crash and burn for Zero that they went way too hard and wasn't like was just trying to get to the front and took way too much damage, even more so than this thing could take. Um, but then like after that, there may have just been like seeing everyone go by and as much as they didn't want to take advice from their past and their family, they're remembering some things that if you go too hard, you're just going to burn to ash, and ashes don't win. Um, they started to get more in the zone, and I think they've been like more consistent, more steady, and more of a team since then. Um, they still don't know Dallas's actual name. Uh, they've been calling them Frank,
That's right.
Frank Stein, as you will. But they feel that they have that they're playing off each other very well and almost like not quite rivals, but like they know when Zero crashes through and makes an opening that Frank is just going to zoom right through.
Perfect. 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 That brings us to our other rig. Uh Kindo.
I was muted.
All good. Why don't you go ahead and describe to us what type of battery your rig has, maybe if there's any fine tunings, any custom jobs to it now. There was some
Yeah.
light damage that happened to your rig in the explosion. It was mostly cosmetic. There was some like calibrations and like meters and all that stuff that had to be replaced. But like other than that,
Yeah.
need a little bit of an update though.
Yeah. So Dallas is maintaining the primary build for their chassis. Still prioritizing mobility and the actual like systems of the whole thing over the sturdiness of the body, because once as zero burst through, I speed past. There is a, I think like we there is a friendly rivalry that's happening, but we are on the same team and we've learned to work together to our strengths. Um, and so I'm still keeping the which one was this? This was the Gallipoli battery. The
Mm,
that gave me the +1 to mobility and -1 to body,
mhm,
putting me at 0 body, 2 mobility, and 1 systems. Um, I'm trying to think, was there anything else? Yeah, I think as far as like the actual like design of it, like yeah, the cosmetic damage. I mean, it did need it did need a repaint, and I think this time, I mean, the death of PJ really hit Dallas hard. Um, because I mean that's like his grandfather died on the track as well, and it's
mhm,
like knowing now that it was sabotage that was potentially targeting us as well, right? Like we were basically being used as a delivery system for this bomb without our knowledge. um and that like really, I think, put into perspective the difference between what their grandfather did and what they do.
mhm,
Um, Racing with the mask on means that I have to be in a dirtier world than the like kind of premier like big star racing, right? This is a different game.
mhm,
And there are different things that are going to happen, and I think Dallas had to really like sit with themselves and go like, is this what I'm doing? um is this what I want to be doing? you know um but I think is still at a point where it's either this or nothing. They can't race
mhm.
with the mask off. Their family won't have that. And so you know I'll try to adapt. I'll do my best to keep my nose clean, but I have to be serious about what we're doing, um and not be naive about it.
And it's not easy. It's not easy, especially with during this race. While you and Zero have been doing fantastic, there's been another master racer that showed up after Sloth because of the issues that happened with Crimson Bandit, Mr. Mumford. Uh, he had a tremendous hollow vid meltdown online that spread throughout across the system, social networks, all that good thing, just all over the Space Sports Center, of just showcasing him having a full on meltdown at Gallipoli Battery, at Rutgart, at the FIAR for allowing such cheats and like this kind of like flagrant attitudes from happening and not taking care of slow cone and everything like that. Took out his sponsors and said they're all like cowardly and have no spine and they don't like cough up as much money as they possibly could to make him more successful and everything. Just completely burned bridges. But the thing about our Crimson Bandit is that he's a nepo baby. Um, his father was a fantastic racer, was like a 6-time winner and everything like that. Or not a 6-time, was like a 3-time winner and everything like that, champion and all that stuff. So he's got tons of money, and so he's gone independent. And then which he utilized that money to buy his former sponsor, like his former team and everything, and bring them on independent, but said, I don't need a teammate. I'm doing it all by myself. He's been doing kind of like mid. It's been in the middle pack and everything like that, which is expected for a bad boy of the sport. And that's kind of what you want to see, is them getting their just desserts by the end of the race and everything like that. But there's been a new racer, somebody that's independent, somebody that, well, I guess we can go ahead and as the camera pulls away from the slow cones paddock and moves over to a paddock at the very end that has probably no corporate sponsors, probably doesn't have much of any sponsors at all. It's just purely vibes. Artie, won't you go ahead and describe us what it looks like with Racer Z over here?
Give him the shaft.
Racer Z is standing next to a beautiful green car. It is the Emerald Nebula, and it has a single, like, just larger than fist size sponsorship on it from Clade Magneto Fuses, which is one of those sponsors that anyone can get if they've even like placed a single time at a race. It's the kind of part that everyone needs in their car, but no one actually remembers the name of because that's the only brand. Everyone uses it, and that's his only sponsor. And Clade has a small team here with him that it's like, or like crew with him. He's the only racer as an independent and has a small crew that has been supplied by the FIAR secretly. He The long and the short is, as a racer, he was getting up to some shady business, throwing a race here or there as camshaft, and was kind of caught red-handed. The only option was to stage his death and become a bit of a double agent for the FIAR here among the racers. And so I've taken Judas as my trouble, and I'm here to fight corruption and maybe on the side do a little of it myself and not get caught doing it. I have a Gallipoli battery on my medium chassis, and I'm here to do some dangerous things with my car.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now, you're not just a master racer because your FIAR overlords, you might refer to them, or the fuckers upstairs and everything,
Yeah.
have assigned to you a very special case. Because the FIAR approved the slow cones. They said, we found no foul play. But that's not true, my friend. They think that there's an extensive criminal operation that is operating out of the heart of this race team. They just have not been able to prove it yet. So they have embedded you into the race team because of the untimely death of PJ, which is starting to seem a little bit more non-coincidental and non-untimely. You've taken a new position on the crew of Slow Cones, but it is a position that is not integral to being in the pit. It's something like a social media manager or something where you can go ahead and fuck off and nobody will notice you during the race. So you can go ahead and race with this old independent team. So within this team and everything like that, do you have like a kind of like what's your role in like a disguise, or are we doing like a Glen Powell hitman thing, where you're wearing like prosthetics and everything in a wig, or what's going on?
Totally. So, when so after the whole faking of the death thing, I think that he went under some like total cosmetic surgery. He's doing the secret spy thing. So it's like a brand new phase, and when he is Racer Z, I think there's like really strong like war paint, like the like black band, and like just, it's not a mask and like a kind of decorative mask. It is just kind of like a classic like middle of the pandemic like particle mask at this point. And it's enough to kind of hide his identity when he's racing, but then he'll come back and he is what name are we going to go for as the social media manager? He is Zane Tucci, social media manager of the Slow Cones, the team formerly known as the Slow Cones. And he is, I think there's like kind of the way that this got set up is we see that moment of the explosion happening, and the camera kind of pulls back, and we see a TV set, and there's Cam getting drunk off of his mind because his friend just died, and a file lands down on the table in front of him. His handler from the FIAR has just come with a dossier about slow cones. And he's been given his assignment here to kind of snoop as Zane Tucci. Let me think of another name, you know?
No, Zane
No,
Tucci
Zane
is
Tucci
perfect.
is
Don't you
perfect.
dare
No, you
touch
committed.
it.
Batten down the hatches, everyone, and gird your loins.
I'm already in love with Zane Tucci.
Zane Tucci. No, you have to keep Zane Tucci. Zane
Yeah.
Tucci feels so in universe. Like with names in like Formula Infinity, like Andre Antonelli or like Niki Lauda, or like I don't know.
And I was like, okay, so his before faking the death name was just a car part. Like that does also sound like a porn star name. And
We
we're
talked
going
about
with
the
Racer's
posters.
Yeah, and I'm like, what starts with the letter Z? We'll go with Zane.
Zane Tucci.
Yeah.
Gay people.
Shout out
They
to my
can't help
bald
but leave a
king.
little puzzle, like crumb trail from everything. It's just like, well, I have to be fun about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely, fantastic.
So good.
Guys, fucking Racer Z over here has been on your ass the entire season after coming in out of nowhere. Has been bearing
Every
down.
race, baby.
No fucking teammate has just been utilizing the other racers against you to get advantage, and has even won some of the races ahead of you. It's getting kind of fucking irritating, and I think we can see that with the way that I think just like the look from like Dallas, where you're just like the glaring down the pit lane. Everybody, you're getting like your helmet ready and adjusted, and you're about to step into the rig and everything. Duke, you're overseeing your team as the starting grid's getting set up and everything. You can see the FIAR officials are standing in the winner's circle. Two massive fuck off trophies that are just like built on top of each other and everything like that. Oh,
God damn it.
Christ. I'm so glad we have a Y in there to distinguish that.
There's a Y in there for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. If it was fantasy, it'd be ZAIN.
Whoa.
Whoa,
That's so
it
true.
rhymes with pain. Anyways, perfect.
Shit, damn it, that's so
Shit,
good.
fuck. It's great. But you're just seeing that glare. It's like the end of F1. It's just that the kind of like intense looking and everything, sizing up.
I like it's like the first time that Racer Z showed up in like a race that we were in, there 100% was from Dallas. There's no fucking way, right? This is a coincidence. But then like kept seeing, and it's like the more and more, and it's like there is an aspect of like seeing oneself.
I think you even definitely have gotten like Zero a few times. Like, Frank, it's like they color palette swapped you.
Did the color palette swap?
It makes
because
me
I'm
think...
also the Emerald Bullet. I'm
Yes.
also green.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's not even a palette swap.
Yes.
Well, the mask is different. Like I think you even
Listen,
tried,
it's a
like,
big
mask
galaxy.
different.
There's listen, there's got to be a lot of green racers out there.
There was a lot of great like articles and tabloids that came out, especially after the battlefield, where y'all's fight at the press conference post the race and everything like that. I like to imagine there was almost like a luchador type thing of like trying to take off each other's masks and people being like, oh, and everybody like zooming in and everything like that. All the tabloids trying to catch it, but nobody got it. I think it's great.
Yeah.
So there's a moment where we see that kind of intense cutting, and I think we do a hard smash cut to like Dallas still staring as you're all lined up. And there's not like an Osei you can see like national anthem that happens in these races because the Senna system is post nationalism. and it is full corporatism.
Yeah.
There is no dedication to nations or anything like that. It is to corporate entities and everything. And for a corporate entity to make you stand and do the national anthem, like your hand over your heart to their jingles, is ridiculous because we're
You could
friends.
be working.
We're just like you. Yeah, exactly.
You
exactly.
could be working.
And like
The anthem
jingles are so
autoplays.
like cringe and everything like that, you know. And you know, they don't want to be mogging. I want to shoot myself now. I'm kidding, Twitch. That was in Minecraft. I said mog
In Minecraft.
in Minecraft. But there's like there instead, in lieu of a national anthem, there is a in memoriam of the racers or like people that have passed, that it's almost like honoring the dead because everything is dedicated to the racing. So we have to give a shout out to our former fallen heroes, which was, of course, Jillian Bartag, Rubber Bullet, No Uwu.
It was Yes Uwu before.
Uwu.
This is I've already repopulated something. I apologize.
Ricky Folsom, Levi Key Smash,
and it was Poppycock was the other
and
one.
Poppycock. Have all been retired. They have joined the Fallen as their like portraits come up, and they're like little like motion graphics and everything. And there's soft like string music playing over and everything like that. And they have been replaced. Those that have fallen have been replaced by a racer by the name of Tommy Ranger. No Uwu, who is a sibling to the former fallen Uwu,
taking up the mantle.
and then we'll get a few others in there.
Yeah, we need some additional racer names. So if anybody has one they want to shout out.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. 100% cannons fire like the Hunger Games. I can tell you that the Gillian Bartag one is going to be Greta Bartag. Jillian's
with a vengeance.
I've got
Jillian's
one.
daughter. Yeah.
I've got one. Hold on, I'm going to type it in a thing.
Perfect. Delegate Flock.
Yes.
That's prime time. Shout out to Lancer, which really like pushes you to name characters ridiculously, because Formula Infinity, I would not have been in the headspace of naming characters like after cars. Yeah. Shout out Derek, who came up with Levin Championship Auto because that was his character's family. Corolla Levin is his character's name.
Oh,
whoa. It's a fantastic name. Tobias, like Naomi Choi, Tobias Angel,
Trenton Maserati.
Trenton Maserati is fucking great. It is like there's like a fine line between like porn star name and like this is like a
this is a mech pilot versus
yeah. Y'all remember Cam Shaft? That was riding that line hard.
I mean, riding something.
I love Gundam Wing.
I love Gundam Wing.
Gundam Wing is really funny.
Perfect.
That's a great name.
So
Gundam Wing would be a great name.
I mean, we can replace No Uwu with Gundam Wing.
No Uwu needs to be there for their fallen sibling.
But it's not vengeance. It's not vengeance for No Uwu. No Uwu is above that. Is honorable. So without further ado, at the end of the in memoriam and everything, we will have our kickoff. All the rigs are in their starting grid and everything like that, but we need to figure out our starting grid. So what we're going to do really quickly is we are going to have ourselves a good old-fashioned roll-off for our initiative. In Formula Infiniti, the turn order, or the grid position, is going to be determined by an initiative roll utilizing 2d6 and adding the sum of each, as well as your savvy and the mobility of the vehicle. So you're going to be rolling 2d6, you're going to be adding your character savvy, and you're going to be adding your vehicle's mobility. This will help establish the starting pack. I am going to be rolling for the other racers. I'm going to be giving old T Vicinda down there some time, though. We're going to get y'all first situated and everything like that. So when you roll, we're going to go ahead and say what you got on stream. You're also going to type in the chat here on our recording studio, so I can have that, and so Tony can have that as well. Damn. Damn.
And that's a +0. I got a 10
Damn.
for stream.
Qualifiers went well.
I got a
9.
9.
Okay.
Also
So-
with a +0.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. A 9 with a +0, not bad. So it is going to look for y'all's queue that we have first Dallas starting off, then Racer Zed, then we have finally Zero bringing up the pack as well.
Zero, what was
with
your number?
9.
9. Okay.
Mine was 9.
Oh, right next to me. You bastard.
I think Racer Zed turns and sees Dallas looking and blows a kiss.
Just like, I mean, obviously there's just the mask, right? The
Yeah,
kind
totally.
of, kind of like bent metal plate with like just like cutout slits for eyes staring like at you, but you can tell like the tensing of like of their hands like around the wheel.
Oh shit. Okay. I'm liking. Oh my god. Okay, I'm liking the starting grid real quick.
Yeah. Duke Ever Ready also ended up with 13.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
Which means Dallas would be ahead of you, Duke.
And what did Dallas roll?
14.
Oh, 14.
14.
I heard. Sorry, I heard 11. Sorry.
Damn.
Your 5, 6, and 7s, all of them 0. You're going to move 0 down to 6.
Whoa.
With Olin Manolo Bider in number 4 position.
Always.
And then Greta Bartag is going to be in number 5.
Gillian, but yeah, great for her.
Yeah.
Good for her.
And then afterwards you will then have Kimmy Barish, also known as Schmetterling, in 7. Then it is Bolton Talbot, another racer in a mask.
Damn it, gets me
Tommy
every time.
Ranger,
Tommy Ranger.
Crimson Bandit, and 11, lucky number 11. Then you've got Corolla 11 and 12, Delicate Flock in 13, Rora's in 14, and then No Uwu is bringing up the rear.
Yeah. More like no skill Ulu, am I right?
Dang.
Got him.
Got him. Currently, Artie is taking care of some headphones. We will have Artie back here soon.
You
So
hear
your
me
grid
from a
posi-
million miles away.
yeah, nice little good old fashioned holler, hoot and holler. Now, typically, the Middle Heaven racetrack has 12 laps to it, which means everybody would do like 3 things essentially during this race and everything. For the sake of expediency and time, I'm going to be knocking that down significantly to our number of laps, so that everybody gets to do 2 things, because our job is going to be happening post-race. So while it's all fun and we get to figure out who won and everything like that, the real work comes afterwards. But a lot can change in the middle of this race and everything. We have all of our racers in their starting grid. The rigs are warm. They're ready to roll. And somebody walks out onto the circuit. The crowd goes hushed as you can hear the sound of metal heels from boots, fine boots, clicking across this grid, this plate and gridded circuit. Holding a checker flag is Tobias Angel,
What?
5-time Formula Infiniti racer, a legend, retired, but invested all of his money into a series of franchises across the system, of franchises of nightclubs across the system known as Mezzanine. But the original one is here on Middle Heaven. This is his place. This is kind of like his stomping ground and everything. He considers it his home. He walks out, and to kind of show a little bit of a nod to his upbringing, coming from the trenches with illegal tunnel racing and everything, there's no starting lights There's no crowds in like balconies and everything looking overhead and everything. There's no sponsorships. There's no celebrities. The band Piston with two S's is not present and everything like that. It's just racing. And so with that, he's going to come out and get in the mix. He's going to set y'all off correctly. And you're like, oh God, we're going to crush him. But he stands in the middle of the grid, and then a platform raises him up a little bit so that you're all going to be racing under him. Still kind of close, though. Things could go wrong and everything like that. We see 3 lights. 1 goes off. 2 goes off. 3 goes off. And then in perfect synchronicity, Tobias Angel, who is wearing imagine they're just like, like leather pants, like that, very much like that rocker kind of outfit and everything, is wearing what is it, like this jacket that feels almost like a bomber jacket or like a fighter pilot's jacket that has patches on it. And what used to be sponsorships are now patches that are almost like tours, like combat tours. But instead, it's different championship patches. It's also different circuits. Because Tobias Angel is one of the people that holds a record on each and every single circuit across the system. It's one of the things to beat. And this jacket has it seems almost like a mixture between like that material that's like the Mars rover, that kind of reflective kind of almost material. It has almost a similar kind of like orange vibe to that, but with like like some earth tones and some purples and everything. It just looks distinct. It's his. He's got swooped back purple hair that has like silver like highlights running through it with gold roots undertoned. Is wearing those I guess like the Back to the Future style shades, that kind of like those block wraparound shades, and has a toothpick in the mouth, because of course every cool person has toothpicks in their mouth, of course, as you know, especially when racing. He's got the fingerless gloves that you would see drivers, grips the flag and drops it as soon as all 3 lights come on, and the roaring of the rigs, plates hitting other plates, bouncing off of the polarities of each magnet, bumping up against each other. There's a sea of sparks that fly out from the back of the rigs, and we kick off. I have went ahead and drawn cards. So now, Artie, for the racing rules here, each race length is determined by how many laps there are. So a race with 4 laps is going to be much more manageable and less dangerous than a race with 12 laps. Once the race begins, I am going to be determining what happens at each lap by drawing a card. You would essentially draw a card, but I'm going to be drawing a card for you. Each of these cards have a certain action related to them. There are certain race events related to them. You have the clubs, which are hurdles, diamonds, which are fortunes, hearts, which are favors, and then spades, which are tragedies. Hurdles are little speed bumps and obstacles in the road that you have to navigate around, while tragedies are things that can ultimately shift the entirety of the race. And in Middle Heaven, there's some gonzo stuff that swaps lap like grid positions and everything. You can go from first to last like it's a blue shell, that sort of thing. Then you have fortunes, which diamonds. These are little clusters of fortunes and everything like that. Little things that come up and help you out and everything. Minor boons. It might be a repair kit. It might be you found a shortcut, but everybody else found it, that sort of thing. And then you have favors. These are like the hands of the gods coming up and scooping your rig and having something intercede, or just wild things occurring. This can be a full repair crew being dropped on your rig to repair it while you're racing. It can be launching your teammate ahead of you. It could be that sort of thing. That's how you're starting out. It could be that you end up in first place, that kind of thing. Now, each game has their own standard, kind of like each race has their own, like every race has their own standard suite of race events, ranging from the 2 to the 9 cards. But each planet has their own specific like race events that happen on the face cards and 10. So if I draw a 10, a jack, a queen, a king, or an ace, then something that is unique and specific to Middle Heaven will occur. Capiche?
Capiche?
Perfect. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and start off and kick things off. Dallas, it's all riding on the line. Let's see what kind of start you have. Interesting. Okay. Starting off pretty normal. I pulled a 3 of diamonds, which means you're starting off with a fortune here.
Hell yeah.
Love that.
Going over to our race events, you hit the initial curve. As you go ahead and your rigs take off, zooming down the circuit turns left, coming around with a tight little hairpin corner that's going through a square in the Zephyr district. That is then going to go ahead and bring you and race you through a couple of different towers. It's going to bring you over a series of solar panels, and in those solar panels, you're going to dip down into the Twilight Grand Mall, which is going to bring you around some casinos and everything. Ooh. Starting it off immediately, you pulled a 3 of diamonds, which is you've used the drift of opponent's rig, giving you boost to bear down on your next obstacle. Swap positions with any other racer within 2 spots of you in the pack. Now, you're in first place, so I don't want that to go to waste for you or anything like that. So I'm going to make you an offer here that you can give that to any other one of your crew members. Even Zero, even good old Zero over there can get it as well.
Ooh,
or Zed, or Racer Zed, pardon me.
Well, okay, whatever. So I think the way that this went, right, is, started off at the front of the pack, and then I think as we were hitting that curve, Dallas slows down to hit to hit that curve and make that turn. As well as they can, but I think it's quite obvious, especially to Zad, that I slow down more than I need to, and there's a period of time as we exit the curve, you're out in front of me, and I end up behind you, and it's and it's a very purposeful action, right? And so we're starting to go, we're going up towards the solar panels, and you're trying to get out, and I'm just right on your ass the whole time. And you can see me in your mirrors, just dead eye staring at you. Fists would be just bone knuckle white if you could see them past the gloves. And then as we're coming down,
I think there's a little data pad next to me, and as soon as I see it happen, my hand just flies out to the right and taps an automated message because I knew it was gonna happen. It's just add the Chaos Emeralds or at it again, and it's coming from it's coming from Zane's account, doing I just have a bunch of queued up posts.
Not the soundboard, not the.
Literally the soundboard of social media posts, so I can look like I'm live tweeting the event.
That's so fucking crazy.
Totally.
I love that. And then as we're I think as we're going, I'm letting you get out in front of me, and Zero's Zero's right behind me as well. I basically I don't know, do you think there's a way in which we found to signal to each other what our next move is?
I think we have hand signals.
Okay, cool.
I think if you have a hand signal to ram this fucker, I got you.
I think it's not even ramming them. I'm I'm basically in the slipstream behind Zad, and I'm letting you get behind mine, and so we're kind of doubling it up. And I don't know what we call this maneuver. There's a part of me, because I think we both have kind of comedy vibes, not comedy,
I would have had
but
to
comet
unless you
is what I meant. Oh yeah, because you're the Civil Devil. Yeah,
my grandpa was the Blue Devil.
That's true. Yes. Yeah. I think, basically, I'm planning on double slingshotting us. essentially, where like as we're
Yeah.
coming around the turn and we're going, and like I motion for you to get out in front of me to then like block off Zed, and then I can get back in front of you to so that you can switch places with Racer Zed.
I think maybe it's Ouroboros or something.
Ooh, the Ouroboros.
Ouroboros
I
is
love that.
good.
That's good.
Ouroboros. And it's just like literally the a circle.
Yeah.
Which, not to get a little bit too meta here or anything like that, but the double slingshot is a tried and true strategy in F1.
Yeah.
The double slingshot.
I
there
mean,
we
clearly
go.
Kendall knew this. That's why they probably
Clearly, I knew this. Clearly,
Absolutely.
I am the
Absolutely.
biggest
Been
F1
studying the
fan.
game, been studying the game.
Clearly.
I did my research.
All right. So are you swapping 0 for Zed?
If I can, yes, that's what I would like to do.
It would be within
Within
two
2
spaces, so you could get Manolo or Bar Tag.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah,
I
not
see.
Racer Zed. So you get 0
No.
right
Get
behind
that.
Zed.
You can
Yeah.
you can swap 0 with Manolo.
Okay, yeah, let's swap a 0 with Manolo, and maybe it's like a. I mean, you've been obviously watching our races, Cam. So like maybe it's like, oh, you see this coming, and you're able to like block off 0 before 0's able to get back in front of you, but I'm still able to make the full
to navigate
slingshot.
in front of. Yeah. Which I think we'll see Olin, Manolo Biter, is like trying to get behind you, 0, who's got like, it's almost like a hot rod kind of rig. It's like a pack of dogs, truly, that's got 2 body, 2 mobility, and 0 systems. It is pure power. And is almost going to try to ram you, 0, but then I think we see Bar Tag bite in right in between, because even though she might be gunning for y'all two, family feuds run deep. Those blood feuds run deep and everything, and of course the Bar Tags probably think the Manolos are behind all their misfortune and everything like that. Maybe the choice, who knows? But with that, perfect. Okay, we're going to come back around to you, the Duke. The pit crew. Now, remember, we determined that if you are a crew member, a player that is not on the field racing or anything like that, but you're like a team leader, you're part of a team or something like that, then you can kind of determine which of your favorite children between the two you could bestow benefits on, or even Zed here, or even taking a rig and getting out there yourself. Who knows? It's all possible in this game. Whatever we think feels more narratively succinct.
Yeah.
Whatever is more narratively satisfying. Sorry. Just had to be a villain real quick. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for you. And let's go ahead and check and see what you've got. Ooh, the Duke. You've got, it's not too bad. It's a hurdle.
I love a hurdle.
It is a 9 of clubs. As y'all go into the Twilight Grand Mall, y'all's little rope-a-dopes, the Ouroboros that happens and everything, as the track, the circuit dips into this non-stop. It navigates throughout the entirety around this planet of just stores, casinos, nightclubs, strip clubs, bookies, all of these different like sports books, all these different things. And as the track starts wrapping around it, the thing with street circuits is that they're some might consider them a little bit more challenging than those wide open circuits like Silverstone or Nürburgring that have like big hills and like curves and everything like that. This has tight corners. It is challenging your dexterity and everything. And to which that Bar Tag and Manolo dust up that happened has caused there to be some debris on the circuit. So a yellow flag is waved due to debris on the track. This will slow things to a crawl, preventing position changing from occurring in the next lap. So essentially nobody can change positions next lap and everything like that, which has caused a raucous boo from the crowd as they are all just like, the race has just started and they're just booing. And you can see people trying to throw like they're like alcohol cans and everything and like food implements onto the track, but the grid, like the fence, is keeping all of it, and so most of it's just turning into like rubbish or ash as it's like hitting, and like these lasers are like getting rid of all this recycling and trash that's being thrown on the ring before it can cause any more damage. Which means it's like maintaining, holding a little bit of a pattern and everything like that. Which will bring us to our next lap as the car starts slowly winding through the Twilight Grand Mall, and then you dip in a corkscrew down further into the underbelly of the planet, which will bring me to Zed.
So currently no positional changes can happen.
No positional changes can happen, but I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for you, and we're going to see
If anything
what
gets
can
worse.
happen. If anything gets
Okay.
worse,
Cool.
or it can get better for you.
Could get
But if it's a
better.
grid position, it will not. If it's grid change,
Sure,
it will not
sure,
occur.
sure.
Which it does get worse.
Oh.
I went ahead and pulled a knave of spades or a jack of spades.
Cool, cool, cool.
Oh no.
So as you're driving through the underbelly, it seems like news has spread really quickly that there was a dust up between the Manolos and the bar tags. And if you were able, Duke, you're able to see this on the feeds on social media, that the bar tags, somebody in the bar tag family, it's not known, it's just like it's like a bee, has posted a bounty on Olin Manolo in the middle of the race, which has caused, as y'all start going into the underbelly and weaving in through these factories and these substations and everything, illegal racers hop onto the track and cause a firefight between Choi family members against, and then all of a sudden Manolo family members get on the track. So with this firefight breaking out, all racers and players will make their next roll against all odds. So you're going to be rolling 3 d6s and taking the 2 lowest. As a firefight has occurred on the track now, as the crowd who is booing and everything, they start cheering again, as this is exactly what they were hoping for. This is why you come to Middle Heaven. This is why it like they love it as a finale. Not always a finale, but it's a great finale because you get a little bit of dust ups like this. Is there any kind of response that you want to have, or anything, like any kind of reaction there, Mr. FIIR?
I think that in kind of all of this going on, I know that kind of Dallas and Zero did try to overtake me this round. So I would like to retaliate and kind of like hound Zero behind me, making sure to sort of block any kind of forward movement once we get back into being able to do positional changes. So I'm like focusing I want to do whatever I can to kind of trip up Zero behind me a little bit in retaliation.
Yeah.
Which I have a gambit.
Okay.
Penalty. Rules are there for a reason, but when someone pisses you off, you can't let them get away with it no matter the consequences. Once a scene, when retaliating against someone in a fight or during a race or any matters, you can take a blue and roll with the upper hand on your next check. So I'm kind of just like, I'm just sort of like being a roadblock of like any time I see Zero making any kind of like lateral change, I'm like matching pace.
You're like me with the Land Rover earlier today that tried to cut me off, and I got in front of him. Or it was a Range Rover, not a Land Rover. Tried to cut me off, and I got in front of him, and every time he swapped over, I'd swap over. Yeah.
Exactly.
Great. Perfect. Okay, go ahead and give me. We'll make this a mobility check. Since it was against all odds, you would have been rolling with you would be taking the 2 lowest, but you get to roll with the upper hand, so it cancels out. You're going to be rolling a straight up roll with just mobility. While you're going ahead and rolling that, Tony, seeing all this going down on the track, do you want the Duke to step in anyway? Do you want the Duke to kind of offer any advice to Zero or Dallas, or do you want Duke to get the crew ready for anything?
I mean, I think there's a little, there's, Duke is, in everybody's ear. Again, like, exhausted as hell from this season. Like, didn't really think they would make it this far. Looks especially drained, and is just like, look, I know the Ouroboros worked, but like, y'all need to play it straight. Like, this is the big leagues. Like, this is the race. Like, you cannot fuck it up here. Y'all are in great position. Like, hold it. Stop fucking around.
I love it. Stop fucking around. Go ahead, Duke. Give me a savvy check, please.
All right,
This will be
against all odds on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that means I have to take the 4 instead of the 5 that I rolled. So that's only a 13.
Only.
Oh my gosh.
Fucking... Oh,
the double fake out.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, I think with that, with a 13 as well. Go ahead and pick one of your special racers, your special children, to have them ignore the against all odds check next time they roll.
We'll give that to Zero.
And the immediate kind of dust up right now.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, cool. I love it. Fantastic. Excellent stuff. Zero, that brings us to you.
That's
also, Wes, did you want?
Oh, yes. So what was your roll result?
It's no 13, but it is a 9. So
a 9.
Still a success.
It's still over 8. Yeah, so it's still a success. You're gonna be Zero. You're gonna be dealing with it quite a bit here as you are getting the shit harassed out of you right now. You're getting all sorts of like slowdowns where it's like brake checks on the rig and everything like that. There's like sudden jerky movements where you think this guy's going to give you an opening. And then so you try to zoom around and then he's right there right in front of you, having you swerve and everything like that. It's making the bar tag member right behind you even more annoying because she's almost sandwiching you between this what you would consider a knockoff Dallas and a very angry lady with your crew who like keeps on like almost like bump like kissing your rig's bumper and everything like that with her rig.
Some people pay money for that.
That's true. That's true. I've got a special guy that does it for me, and great rate. Perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and pull your card. Everything's coming up 0. I pulled a Jack of Diamonds.
Ooh, let's go. I need it.
Which means we have a specific Middle Heaven event occurring here. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. As y'all start crossing down from the underbelly, you dip into the tunnels. These are tight navigations where they have cameras. There's no like ticket holders that are watching the race here. If you see people watching the race here, they are kids or they are poor people that are like up on the sides of like sewer systems, or they're behind grates. They're in like sewer tunnels behind grates, like watching. It is dangerous to be down here, but some people fucking love racing that much. And some people love racing so much that they want to get in on the action. And you have some fans down here that go ahead and help you out a little bit as an errant crosswalk, a catwalk from in the tunnels below. Wasn't like inputted or like it wasn't like built in, or has gotten a little bit damaged and rusty over time, and has conveniently caused it to fall on an opponent in front of or behind you, forcing a skill check against them. So that means that you can choose either Racer Zed or Bartag, who's bumping uglies with you right now, bumping rear uglies with you right now. So that's a handy power to have on your hand. What are you thinking?
Melissa Dusty.
Okay, so the hater that
I can let
Zero
you win the
is-
race, but I'll get the constructor championship.
the hater that Zero is, in their mind, like this should go against Zed. However, I think Bartelli, right, that's the one person behind
Bartag.
Bartag.
Yeah.
Bartag,
Yeah.
sorry, not
Yeah.
the pasta brand. They are just like so on their ass, and like I think in their mind, Zero's like they could take care of Zed. So I think I wanted to have it on Bartag behind me.
Perfect. Okay, cool. I'm going to go ahead and force a skill check on Bartag and see how well she does with that. Perfect. She goes to bump you again, and it seems like she's coming with more force. Like she's trying to crash you into a wall, and immediately that skywalk drops down in front of her. And you hear like just the crunching of metal and everything as that catwalk gets knocked out of the way, but so does her rig, gets over and then crashes into the wall, screeching part. You can see that there are like the plates go flying and like the magnet connects to the wall and everything. And she like has like her hands up and everything like that, and is like ejected from the rig in her pod that goes skimming across the water and off to the side and everything as she is taken out of the race. She rolled snake eyes.
Woof. Woof. At least they didn't die.
Yeah. That'll just be something that you'll have to deal with down the line, probably. It's always somebody angry at you. Which brings us around to there's been a couple more laps that have gone by, and it seems like this position is held pretty much more faithfully and everything like that. Bringing us back to our lap leader here, Dallas. I'm going to go ahead and draw a card for you here. I'm going to make this be our last series of laps and everything, as just kind of to expedite the process and everything. So whatever our or pole positions are, or whatever our positions are on the grid at this point, will be our final positions, and we'll determine and we'll figure out a nice little dramatic way to end the season and everything. Kendo.
Yeah. Another diamond, baby. I bet.
King of
I bet-
Diamonds. Let's
I
go.
bet it's the King of Diamonds, baby.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and step in. I'm going to draw another one, but I'm just going to let y'all know this and everything just for the sake of the race and everything like that. It would be very beneficial to y'all, but just for the sake of us having more times and everything like that. And this doesn't happen often. This happens rare, and it doesn't happen when you draw it and everything. And that is why it is the Ace of Spades, which is the highest tragedy you can get.
You don't want to just
No.
Come on, killer.
You don't want to
Come
kill
on.
Dallas right
Come
now?
on, kill me.
Just their grandma.
So what the Ace of Spades for Middle Heaven says is a protest against Rutgart Magnetics and Formula Infinity has overtaken the circuit. The race immediately ends and the grid position represents the final race standings.
Let's do it.
That's great.
Are you
That's
sure?
wonderful.
That,
I
that
win? Yeah.
You wrote the cards.
I
You
wrote
drew
the card. Okay.
cards.
I just didn't know if y'all wanted to go with that because that is just so anticlimactic.
No,
I think that
I mean-
rules actually.
yeah.
I mean, it is, but that also it also tracks with the fact that we had people out on the corridor. I mean, like it's good vibes. Like
Yeah.
There's already a shootout happening.
There's already a shootout happening. Things have gotten.
Everyone is comfortable with it.
There are now massive like protests that are occurring against Rutgart Magnetics and everything. It seems that like the group that was dealing with Solmara Dynamics has come to rear their ugly heads, which means that we have Dallas in first, the Duke in second, and Racer Zed in third place.
Well,
Which
I'm
means-
not in a track, so
Which
it would,
means you get to determine that it would be.
we'll just bump
Zero.
everybody up. Zero will be third.
third. 0 will be third, so it goes 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Which means that the Constructor Championship will come to the point where at the end of the season, Slow Cone, by chance or by providence, has won the Constructor Series, and Dallas is the winner.
Take off
Whoa!
that mask.
Which brings us to the Middle Heaven Winner Circle, which you have the head of the FIAR. You have Sunny Twilight, who is now this old, decrepit man that's in a hover chair that has like an oxygen, like he has a bunch of like assisted like living stuff going on around him. It's like imagine like Frank Sinatra's like, hey, baby, like just like all crusty and all fucked up and everything.
How is Frank again?
Hey, baby. Funny little side note. I heard somebody go on a rant earlier today that Jabba the Hutt is anti-Italian discrimination in Star Wars and everything like that, and it's just like an offense to Italian people. And I lost my mind.
The Pizza the Hut really shook them.
Yeah, it really hit them hard. Perfect. But yeah, so coming up to the podium, you got these two big fuck off trophies, one being held to you. They look like these trophies. They're made out of like plasteel and titanium, like an alloy blend and everything. And if you imagine the spaceships from The Expanse, where they look like skyscrapers with rockets strapped to the bottom of them, that's what these trophies look like. They look like these towering things of like random. It's been casted, but it looks like random like mechanics parts and everything. The Constructor Series is gleaming. It has this like gleaming titanium kind of chrome sheen to it, and then the Championship Series, the Racer Championship, has a gold sheen to it, where it seems like they've added gold to the alloy as well. You were all three given hats to wear, the little like in our world it's the Pirelli hats, but it would be the Rutgart Mechanics hat that has like the first, second, and third place on it and everything. And there is a wreath that is placed around Dallas's head, or they're trying to, because you still have like your mask and your helmet on and everything.
I think like Dallas is still like holding the hat and hasn't quite put it on yet. When they come like for the wreath and like kind of awkwardly like, okay,
and it's Tobias Angel. It is like the racer like has it and everything like that, and it's just like looks at you and with the kind of like Johnny Cage charisma, gives like a smirk and goes, so you gonna do a grand reveal, or are you gonna let old looks at the second place spot on the podium beat you to it?
I think that is the push that they needed, and we'll just like wordlessly take off like the like cloth, the like polyester like thing that the actual like faceplate has been glued on, pulls it off, revealing
I think the best part is this: no one has any idea who the fuck you are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's the Lex Luthor thing where he swaps bodies with the Flash.
With the
and
Flash, he's like, I
can't
know.
He's like, I finally can't wait to see who the real Flash is. Takes it off and goes, I have no idea who this is.
I don't know. There is a group of like. There is like a small family somewhere that's fucking losing their minds right now, as well as like maybe like a host of like friends and such who had no idea that this was happening, but truly is like just like a kind of handsome younger guy.
Yeah,
Zero's on third, just like now. I mean, I don't know who you are, but you look good.
Goes.
You have to win a championship to show your face?
Puts on the hat, puts the wreath around your neck and goes, who are you?
Dallas Hopkins. I'm James Hopkins' grandson.
Hey, what?
And then I turn to look at you, and I kind of shrug my shoulders. And now there's people on blogs.
I would like
everywhere.
to add that probably maybe did y'all start scrapping with each other on the podium? Like there's like a
I think of Zero.
like wrestling, like you son of a bitch, just like
No,
kinda
it's
tussling and
definitely just
everything
like
that.
it's more the shoulder. Like this whole time.
Everyone's pouring champagne on us.
There's a handshake. There's a handshake to you, Zed, as there's and everything like that. There's
I think-
champagne being sprayed.
Zed doesn't take off his mask because he's gonna be a pain in the ass, and is completely ignoring whatever is going on with Dallas. He's too cool. He's just standing by the trophy, waving to the crowd, and will leave without any fanfare.
Oh my
Because
God.
I have to go get changed immediately.
I can't be not here for this moment.
Literally.
That's so funny.
Where's
So
that
my-
social media manager?
Yeah, you're like looking around. And you're like, I need a photo. Like you're holding like your trophy and everything like that.
Yeah, no, literally.
And Tobias Angel comes up to you, Duke, and goes, "Photo op."
I mean, I guess.
Wes, can I do a quick change check to get out here in time to take
Oh,
a photo for social media?
to have you just like meld into the background with your second place medal and just like you don't have a trophy, you just have a medal around your neck and you're just gonna blend
Yeah,
in with
exactly.
the crowd and it
And-
emerge out like
Yeah,
from a
I have like
PS2.
sunglasses on, so you
Yeah.
can't see the eye black. And I am in a fucking jumpsuit.
Oh, even
yeah, totally.
better. The camera is just like it is like a giant helmet rig that goes like over the top.
Oh,
of your
I
face.
love it. Yeah, it's almost like the Lost in
So it's
Space
hitting.
helmet.
Yeah.
Totally,
perfect.
totally.
That's
Yeah, go ahead and give me. This will be a wits check, I think, maybe if you can be a little bit deftly maneuverable.
Savvy?
Yeah, let's do savvy. Actually, I think
Okay.
savvy is a little bit better. Yeah, go and give this savvy.
Okay. Have a plus 0 to savvy, unfortunately.
Let's go.
Oh, it's an 8 on the die. Okay, we're good.
8 on the die.
2 4s.
Came through.
Ooh.
I keep
Yeah.
saying wit, and it's savvy. It's savvy.
Yeah.
Savvy. CFB filled. I'm too CFB filled.
You're too
I'm-
CFB.
or
It's like you're
vampire
carved
or
from
whatever.
Brindlewood.
Yeah.
It's like I'm
Carved
carved
from
from
Whoa.
carved by the Brindlewood.
Get
Molded
that
by it.
tattooed on your body.
Perfect. Yeah, no, fantastic. Yeah, immediately, just like we described, the crowd swallows up Racer Zed and then emerges from the crowd Zane Tucci, social media manager, coming out of nowhere. And Tobias is like, Donnie from the crew goes, "Where the hell have you been?" Just like as
My job. And he's just so many posts have been going out in the past like 5 minutes that were all auto, like just random photos that people have posted I have taken from the web and reposted without any attribution.
Oh my god.
I'm a monster.
I love that Zane Tucci is the Peter Parker of the universe, or Cam Shaft is the Peter Parker of the universe. Is like, let me just take a quick
Totally.
selfies and sell that to pay my rent real quick.
Exactly. Like there's crazy perspective shots that there's no way I should have been able to get it because it's all hacking cameras. It's trolling for data.
I love the idea of like a stage shot from like the corner of the bathroom as you're changing, and it's like I almost got Racer Zed without the mask on, but he got away.
Yeah, I
before-
think like we see he's like got the jumpsuit on, just like punched the wall, and like the bathroom tile breaks, and the camera goes down, and he heads back with a smile.
yeah.
Uh,
Oh my god, that's so good.
and I'm staying in the crowd, and I'm like, Duke, say cheese, and I'm
You bring
just
up your camera. and
obviously
everything.
there.
Tobias Angel puts an arm around you as you're holding up the trophy in your one hand and everything, and like holds up like a thumbs up and everything. And with perfect, just like expert, has been doing this for years while maintaining a smile, talking through teeth, goes, "So I hear your crew has a way of getting things." Is that true? To you, Duke.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, we've had to do some weird things to get here, I guess.
Just photos being taken by Zane Tucci as he's like, it's pretty interesting. So there's gonna be a big swanky after party at my club after this and everything, and of course your crew is gonna be there. It's expected, but so is the FIAR president. It's gonna be a whole thing, especially with all the protest happening. It's going to be a whole ivory tower, Olympus while the earth is pummeling down. We're partying and everything. And, well, there's a very specific briefcase that he's going to have on hand. And I'm wondering if your crew could help us get that. And if you make that briefcase my briefcase, well, then no more digging for sponsors for you.
I mean, what's in the case?
I think I could throw a little bit more payment for you not to ask a dumb fucking question like that.
It's not dumb if you're getting a little bit of extra money.
Fair enough. Something that's going to change the game, my friend. Something that's going to change the entire game.
Yeah, I think we see Duke kind of like use that as a way to like shake hands and kind of push away, not rub, just like disappear into the crowd a little bit.
Perfect. And we will take that moment to say thank you to our sponsors by taking a quick little 10-minute break and diving into a little bit of some shenanigans at the after party from
Some
this race.
shenanigans. Yeah, we'll be back in just about 10 minutes to keep on playing F-Infiniti. We'll see y'all in a few. Roll for Content channel. Playing F-Infiniti. We just had a sudden and tremendous interruption to the final race of the season. A riot broke out, but tremendously in our favors. I'll just go ahead and say that. I'm handing things back over to Wes to take us back into the game. I'm sure nothing bad's going to happen.
Absolutely, absolutely. And just to say, we had 3 more card pools left, and by God, what a way to play it. What a game. What a wonderful time.
Game's good.
Game's good. This brings us to the aftermath. I want to give you all a little bit of downtime, some time to mingle a little bit, to kind of like de-stress a little bit before we hop in immediately into Mezzanine, which of course where this after party is happening. It's a party that Tobias Angel's hosting, so of course it's happening at Tobias Angel's Club. But in the intermittent hours between then and now, is there any interactions, any sort of conversational interludes for CFB pilled people? We call them vulnerable moves, but they're called vulnerable moves with other people, sex moves with others, downtime with some. But if there's any kind of like that, like we want to dive into, any kind of introspective solo scenes we want to have, or any kind of exploring out broadly, going out and doing an errand or two before coming back to dive into this party and everything, to get this briefcase.
I mean, Zero sure has some fucking words they want to say to Dallas.
That's so fair. I think you would find me in the garage near the closest like communication like device, waiting for a call. Obviously very stressed and like pacing. I think like I'm imagining like a wall mounted phone. This is the future, but we still have them because they're cool. And like just like pacing in like the garage near their ship or near their vehicle.
And the garage doors fly open, and it's just Zero there, standing, just like arms like out, fists are clenched, but like in just like an exasperated way, and just like, you're a fucking Hopkins, and we've been racing a whole, and you never. What?
Zero? Look, I'm sorry. I should have told you. I know. My parents, my family, they don't know I do this.
And you, but you.
So I was doing what I thought I should do. You get like an alias, right? You do like a mask, sort of thing. Like that's the thing you do, and like, it usually, I guess it never really works out fine. Those people always get unmasked at a point. But
Yeah, like you normally do. Why don't you just be like me and just like, okay, no, hey,
you don't know my dad.
no, I like, and look, I get family shit, like clearly. You know who my grandfather is.
I mean, yeah, no, like your grandfather was an amazing racer. I mean, I watched his races.
Yeah, the whole slingshot. That was like the Red Comets whole thing that they did to beat my grandfather in a race. Should have like, okay.
Yeah. Look, I'm sorry I didn't tell you. All right, I should have. But
Because your fam is concerned, right? That's why.
oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Sorry, I disconnected for a period.
Yeah, because your family's concerned, right? Because of what happened.
I mean, yeah, like they don't want me to end up like him, but I don't think I will. And even if I do, I'm glad I still tried.
You're a great fucking racer. Like this, if despite everything that went down, you still would have won this.
I don't know about that.
Come on, Dallas. Come on. I'm sorry for calling you Frank this whole time. You just didn't say shit.
No, it was okay. I couldn't come up with like a name that felt good to hear, so I just kind of
That's fine.
whatever anyone it's it.
I'll call you Dallas now unless you like Frank.
Honestly, I do kind of like Frank. It feels right.
You know, the only thing left to do is after all this, we're gonna have to actually race against each other, like against, not as like a team.
I love that actually. No masks.
No masks. Good. Like talking about masks, like that Zed guy. Let me
He's such a freak.
I know.
And like I've been doing a lot of thinking on it, and I think I might be projecting a little bit, but I still think he's an asshole. And it just kind of rubs me the wrong way, Like, I mean, honestly, can I be real with you right now? That's kind of why I took off the mask. I was like, I was seeing him in every race doing the thing, and
Uh-huh.
it was like, I mean, I'm pissed off because, hey, that's my thing, but like, I don't know if I could be mad at him. I'm just doing the same thing, and like, I don't think I want to do that anymore.
Yeah, I mean, even the same color car, like it's wild.
Yeah, right? It's like obvious. And calling a car the Emerald Nebula? Come on. The Emerald Bullet. It is. It is.
You know,
It can't be anything other than intentional.
maybe they already had a name for it and they couldn't change when they started the race.
They could change. They always had the choice to change. And then
No,
the mask too. It's not even a coincidence.
no,
It
you're
just
right.
is.
I
Fuck.
repainted the Silver Devil like 17 times. No, you're right.
It's like a kick in the nuts every time I see it. And then like you remember that one time he won? Like I was really trying to be normal about it, but honestly, I'm so not fucking normal, okay? Because he did the slingshot. He
I
fucking
know.
did the slingshot.
I
And it's like
know.
fuck.
We just need to figure out who the hell they actually are so we can just talk to them. Because like, what if they also have family stuff?
You hear a crunch as you look over and Donnie's biting into a sandwich that has potato chips on it. He goes,
Bye. Yeah, family
"Sorry,
stuff too.
I've been sitting here with my sandwich the entire time waiting to bite into it, but y'all two you didn't notice me. I was in the corner and congratulations, guys. Congratulations.
Thanks, Tommy.
I'll go.
No, you're good.
go.
No, you're
You're
good.
good.
You're good.
It's I think it's selfish what you did. I just want to say,
What I did?
I think it's selfish.
just like we established camaraderie.
Donnie,
We had
hang
that thing
on.
between us. I'm just saying, like we spent a whole season, like the whole thing. You'd be like, "What's up, Don?" You call me Big Don a little bit, and then like now I just feel like, am I even really Big Don to you, or was that just a
That
mask
was
in
all
itself?
real. No, that was all real. None of that was fake. It was all real. You are Big Don to me. Everything I like, and I didn't talk to a lot of people. I didn't want my voice to get recognized. And so when I was talking to you, that I was being vulnerable.
Yeah, they didn't even talk to me.
Like the fact that you like, and I don't want to like impress like the value of my words or my effort, because like that's not what I'm trying to do here. But I do want contextually for us to understand the fact that I said any words to you whatsoever meant something to me.
I hear you, and you're right, but I'm still hurt. So
That's
I'm going
valid.
to take some time. I'm going to have my sandwich. I'm going to think about it. And we can talk about it later. But tonight is about you. And I'm not going to take that away from you.
It's about us. We can't be out there without your hard work.
Don't
We
want
are a
those
team.
scrubs. We
We're
are
a team. A whole team, all of us.
That said, the rest of us don't.
No scrubs.
No scrubs.
No scrubs.
None of us.
Not a single one. God, it feels good to talk again. My voice
It's what
gets
PJ
really
would have
raspy
wanted. It's
after.
what PJ would have wanted.
Fuck. PJ never heard my voice.
And on that, and on that note, we're gonna check in with Artie and Tony here and see if
Yeah.
there's anything that the Duke and
I think-
and Racer Zed.
I think we're kind of like probably at whatever garage we're kind of storing the vehicles at, and like down from that room where they're talking, having the conversation, there's like an office, where I think we see while they're talking about how like it's so sad about Peter, where the camera kind of moves down the screen, and Zane is in the office, just kind of like smoking a cigarette, and he has a mixtape that says it on the top is just scrawled in Sharpie. It just says "Stay cool," and then tack PJ, and he slides it into a tape deck, and the first track is "Wheel in the Sky," and he's just
Okay.
like kind of smoking a cigarette while like firing off social media posts. People are like replying to the Slow Cones like official account, asking like, "What are plans for next season? What are you guys doing in the off season?" And he's just kind of like fielding all of that while listening to my memento, which is a mixtape from an ex-lover.
Ooh.
Nice. Nice. I think you would scroll past at one point and you would see that there's been a message, a hollow message sent out by Olin Manolo talking to the Slow Cones saying, it doesn't matter if it's on the track or it's off the fucking track. I got each and every single one of your numbers. I'm fucking coming for you, okay? It doesn't matter if it's in rigs. It doesn't matter if it's on rockets. It doesn't matter if it's on foot. It doesn't matter if it's in water. I got you beat every single time if you don't stop your fucking cheating, okay? And it's just like turns into a tirade and
It's
everything like that.
the laziest fucking picture of like just kind of pulling the phone up from the lab and like it's off angle. Take a photo of the first place trophy. It's kind of like at an angle, shitty lighting. That's the only reply.
Devious.
That's our social media manager.
And like every other response to everyone is like so nice. It's so like fun and carefree, and it's just that one dead to rights. We have the first place trophy. Suck it.
Can the caption for it be "You're too slow"?
Oh yeah, totally. Too
Beautiful.
slow. Yeah.
Beautiful. Too slow. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah. Leaving it in that scene. Anything that Duke wants to interlude with or want to add on, jump in, or are we going to move on to Mezzanine?
Oh, I was like, I was muted because I was coughing up blood, as you do.
Duke has tuberculosis.
Yeah, yeah, Duke. So we see Duke in the back trophy room, like coming back. Like we see him like slide off his Go Slow jacket, like his race day jacket, like fold it up, like tuck it back in the glass case. We see him like reach up, like put his hand on the like slow like championship like trophy from his youth. He takes the team takes the the team trophy, like stacks it next to that, like reaches up and adjusts PJ's like PJ's shoes, like, you know, like says, you would have loved it. You were a great crew chief. And there at that moment we like flash back to like PJ continually fucking up because they had no idea what they were doing the entire time. But then I think it pans out and we see that the rest of this trophy room that had so much like was packed and arranged before is like starkly empty now. And we just see a set of like flashback scenes of like, yeah, we had sponsors, but like every time you take one of these machines out, like the sponsorship money covers that. Like it covers racing. It doesn't like we were able to get to the first planet. Like we've been doing jobs to do things, but like we just see like the room getting emptier and emptier as as the Duke has been like selling off memorabilia from planet to planet, like outside the track. And so it's now like everyone else's stuff is gone. It's just this team's trophy and his race memories and PJs that are left in this room. And I think we see him like walk out and turn off the like flick down the light as he's now let go of the what's the thing he's trying to cling to, and that's other people's glory. That's from his background. It's also going to push me to 8 blues. So I'm ready to brew some trouble at some point in time.
Yeah.
As we're going into this bullshit. So
Fantastic.
Speaking of, I definitely, I think that message from fucking the Manolo does trigger my blues when someone takes out their anger with the organization against me. I think that one, by proxy, do we feel like that one triggers my blues? Even though it's not me, it's like I am receiving that.
I mean, yeah, you're the social media manager, so you're,
Yeah.
as we all know, social media managers bear the brunt of
the emotional damage.
yes, of what their companies do.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it happens.
It happens. Ooh, real life.
Ooh.
Can I also trigger my blues for when you know you're wrong in an argument but continue nonetheless?
Oh my god!
For acknowledging that I am no better than Racer Zed,
I love it.
but I'm still pissed off.
I'm still pissed. That's perfect. Yeah.
So it's really the opposite of a vulnerable scene. We all bared our chests a little bit and punched each other a bunch.
I mean, you got being vulnerable makes you a little sad, so you feel a little better.
Just going on this blues train, I technically have, I think, 2 that bounce off each other. I get a blues whenever I lose a race, and it's not first or last. I also get one. Someone who beat me recognizes my last name. Yeah, Dallas.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay.
All right. Any other blues we got? Any other sads we want to pull out?
That's wild.
My family hasn't been around for a disappointed look, so
don't forget beyond your questions. You have your other triggers too.
What was your trouble, by the way? Tony?
Oh, mine is was it washed up?
Washed up.
Yeah. So mine is who are you? My questions are who were you? How did I gain that level of esteem? Why did my 5 minutes of fame end? Why did you collide to cleaner? What do you have left? And those last 2 questions are the ones that I just finished checking off. I also take blues when anyone calls me old, or when I see younger people being more successful than I ever was at that age.
Beautiful.
Woof.
I built this guy to get sad as a crew chief.
Yeah. Oh, I'm looking at the rest of my questions. Oh, cheapers.
So there's a beautiful thing in Orbital Blues. It's in the title. Is that when you accrue 8 blues, then your trouble starts. You can declare that one of your troubles is brewing. Your soundtrack plays as you try to assuage your blues by confronting the source of your trouble. You might seek a verbal confrontation or a violent one. You might have a depressive romantic episode, indulge a vice, or merely wallow in your blues. For the rest of the scene, you can spin blues for exertion instead of heart. You take half damage from all attacks during the scene. At the end of the scene, reset your blues to 8. So we're definitely going to be doing that at Mezzanine.
Yeah. So I have it. They are brew. Yeah, I'm not triggering it yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. I love that. What a perfect opportunity to be like have the washed up trouble start brewing at the thing celebrating you.
Yeah.
And the sport for which you die for. Practice. Talking about practice, I'm talking about the game. Anything.
Talk about the game. The game you love.
You good, Kendo?
I think I triggered actually quite a few of these questions in that
Oh my
last scene.
god, read them
Incredible.
all.
We were so
Incredible.
into the race,
Is-
we just forgot.
Yeah. Is your father protecting or controlling you? I think I hinted at controlling more so than protecting. At least that's how I feel about it. Why do you defy your father despite their warnings? Because I want to race and I'm good at it. And who saw you drive and had to see you in a big race? I said my family was all like my entire family gets together to watch like these races. This is like a family, so I think everybody knows now.
Hell yeah.
What does that bring your blues to?
That brings my blues not to 8 quite yet. It brings
Oh, okay.
my blues to wait one more. So I'm at 6 blues.
Okay, so you need 2 more blues clues.
2 more blues clues before trouble.
Trouble the brewing. Beautiful. Love it. Perfect. Also now, because of Wheel in the Sky, I'm just in a journey kick right now. It's
You're
great.
welcome.
It's great. Perfect. Okay.
Wasn't that a great pick though for a song? You imagine the
It was
tape
good.
click,
Fantastic.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
you know,
Absolutely.
sad about PJ being dead. Perfect.
All right. Shall we go to Mezzanine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Later that evening, in the Twilight Grand Mall, if you want to imagine the main strip, you know, where they have Caesars and the Bellagio and everything, Paris, not the off strip MGM places or anything like that, or you know, so a nice proper casino, quote unquote. But in that kind of area, you see this, like, imagine where they have like Hard Rock cafes or like a Planet Hollywood on the corner of like a cross section of an intersection and everything, a big fuck off building that is of white and black marble, that has interstitial like gold cracks within it. And the marble, if it's black marble, it has this like whitish ink that moves across it like mercury. And then vice versa on the white marble has blacky ink moving mercurially across it. Instead of having like spotlights and everything, it has this kind of like glowing awash amoebic type of lava lamp type of feature going on with it. You can see that there are a bunch of people amassed outside, paparazzi, as well as people trying to get inside the club that are waiting in line of this place. It is tall. It is tall. It goes up. You can tell that like the marble itself that's blended in and infused and everything. It's hard to tell where the other buildings in this section of the Twilight Grand Mall begin and where it ends. It has an immensity to it. It is a statement, much like the owner of this place. What are the outfits like? This is like the Ocean's 11 moment. You're stepping out of the car. Did y'all bring, like, are y'all doing like what you would imagine like F1 teams doing, where they're like, yeah, we're rolling up to the after party and we're bringing the fucking cars and we're rolling up in the cars and everything, or like, so you're showing off? Is it a limousine situation, party bus? What's it like? What's the vibe like?
I think we have to arrive in our cars.
Yeah, I like the idea of pulling up in the vehicles. Maybe even still like still in our like racing jackets and like just like fully like, yeah, I just got off the track kind of vibe.
100%.
Could I put some whispers out so that there's lots of cameras there to see them all arrive with their cars?
Give me a savvy check.
Okay, cool.
So that you can steal the pictures later.
Another 8, 4 and 4.
Another 8, 4 and 4. Okay, successfully, absolutely. Word travels fast here in Middle Heaven, and every paparazzo around is there trying to get look at me, Mr. Manolo. how does it feel to be to have a losing team this year? All that good stuff. Um, you would see that there's a who's who of people as y'all are like arriving. You're following. There's a red carpet. Except it's a gold carpet that's rolled up to it and everything. You would see different racers, their family, or their partners, or team owners. Specifically, you would also see celebrities. You would also see members of the FIAR. You would see upper executives of the Formula Infinity Corporation. You would see there are sponsorship reps, there are CEOs there that are rubbing elbows. You would see the head of the Manolo family, Xavier Manolo, a a squat, blockish man. Imagine the grandpa from Up, but he's wearing a black suit with a red high collar. And there's gold little collar corners, those little I can't remember the name of them, but it's like the decorative like
Mm.
corners for your collar that you pin on and everything. Um, and is wearing these thick black sunglasses, very much an Enzo Ferrari's type of look. That has a big cigar and is like just staring down the barrel of a lot of these cameras and everything, taking it all in. The Manolo family traveling as one, as they often do. Yeah, so we've got crew jackets, we got team jackets, we've got the rigs coming up. Anything else? Anything else that we should know about your racers as you're arriving?
Um, I think if y'all are driving, it's really funny because I'm riding on Baby, which is my my just little motorcycle, like
Baby.
just behind all y'all.
Perfect.
I think distinctively they Zero did grab a different racing jacket, and it is one that is the same blue as the Blue Devils car.
Mm.
Nice.
Um, I'm gonna show up as Zane. Racer Zed will not be making an appearance tonight.
Snubbing the
And
party.
I am in a Barbie pink suit with an electric teal shirt, and instead of like the like camera that's kind of like the visor, it's sort of like a helmet kind of thing. It's giving kind of like Daft Punk vibes.
Like the idea that the camera
And
can like move around on like tracks that are hard to see.
exactly.
Yeah. Weird, weird sci-fi. Great. Um, add that to the cover. Weird sci-fi.
Sci-fi.
Weird,
Great.
weird.
Like it's the old 1960s sci-fi collection.
Yeah.
Short story collection.
Real pulpy.
Real pulpy.
Mhm.
Great. Fantastic. Making your way up as a team, as a unit, rolling up the carpet. Welcomed on in. No security's going to stop you. Everybody knows who you are. They brings you up into this immense nightclub. You step out into what you understand like you're like the entrance hall, like the entrance part of this nightclub is actually like a middle floor. There are floors down below where there are people like with like bar seating. People are like mingling. They're leaning on the balconies, looking down. There's dance floors intermittently leading down, and also above. There are dance floors and other floors above in this place as you realize that it is a double digits floored story nightclub. It's big. It's the best. It has to be. Um, it's nothing less than perfect and the best for Angel. And awaiting all of you, there are, of course, security escorting the rest of the racers and all the VIPs up to a special set of stairs that are going to lead up to an elevator bank that brings you up to the VIP section. But no, not for you. Waiting for you is the head engineer for Angel's Hyper Pre team. Um, that there's been rumblings that the team might be coming back, but it won't be like Angel Racing. Angel's just going to be the team principal, kind of like Duke and everything. But this is a former head engineer for the Levin Championship Auto. He got bought in essentially by the name of Vincent the Wrench Broussard. And he's wearing a simple suit. It looked very much like a hat in hand, blue collar guy that is dressing up for a wedding or something, or a funeral, and is waiting for you all and just gives a wave. He's about 5'7". He's a slightly older, looking around, getting into the 50s ballpark, man, black with bald head, and has thick rimmed tortoiseshell glasses, um, and just walks up to you all, and goes, "There we are. Team Slow, huh? Look at that.
Good to see you again, Wrench.
Hey, the Duke. Always good to see you.
They got you working here?
Oh, no, 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 no. I'm just a special little escort for our most important VIPs, our most important people, our MIPs, rather. Also, just, if you didn't want to have to deal, as he points over with all of this, as you can see that there are people dancing on different platforms. In lieu of go-go cages or anything like that, or aquariums, you can see that there are people that are swimming in tanks of that kind of mercurial ink, where they themselves are wearing like bodysuits and everything that seems to like take on this kind of Rorschach type of vibe. The entire club has this black and white motif with little flecks of gold all over it and everything, and in the ink and everything, the fluidity. Um, he goes, "I'm going to go ahead and take you off to the side here to a special elevator away from the rest of the crowds. We'll get you to a platform with Angel. Still be in the VIP, but podiumed up and everything. You didn't see old Racer Zed out there, by the way, right?
Oh, no, I didn't see him out there.
Okay, well, don't like being stood up, but racer types. No offense.
We got it. Believe you. Like if we seen them, you would have heard.
Well, go ahead and follow me. And he goes ahead and leads y'all off to what would be like behind like a coat check style area where you just see immense like conveyor hooks where there's just the rotation of like people's jackets and suits and coats and everything and umbrellas and everything moving through. And he walks y'all through that as you go through. And it's kind of that Goodfellas style walk through the Copacabana where you're getting the whole walkthrough of like the kitchens and the back out like the back alleyways and everything, and brings you to a small off little sliding door with two security guards in front of it. Goes ahead, just looks at them. They step aside. The door slides open. You all step in and glide in an elevator up to the top, the very top of the club. When you step out, you'll see that you are on a platform. It's like a balcony that overlooks some other balcony style platforms in an area where there are steps leading down to other platforms. It seems that to get to the VIP area, you have to get to the penultimate floor and then walk up steps to get to the VIP area, which there are screens around this area showcasing different things happening around the club. You see the screens are built into the walls and everything like that. There's their own private bartender. You can also see that the DJ, you have a clear view of the DJ, which is in a suspended cage in the center of the ceiling, and like almost like a beehive, almost like this kind of type thing, but sitting in the very center, suspended over that, is this just very Daft Punk style guy with the helmets on and everything, just hitting the buttons and nodding along with the music, the remix. We can just say that for the sake of the television show, it's the DJ Girl Talk or whatever. It's a cameo. There we go. Perfect. Great. You will see the owner of the club is standing overlooking the balcony. Is wearing a fur coat with a black fur collar, and it seems to be like some type of like wool, but or camel, like a type of camel coat that's just like hanging over the shoulders. Has the slick back hair. Is wearing a suit. black suit with white tie, white lapels, everything, turns Angel and goes, "Look at you all. Step onto the platform. The first step to greatness. You've all worked so hard. Welcome. This is the real winner's circle."
I look over at Greg.
Greg looks over at Greg looks over at you, or Vincent, the wrench.
No, I mean Greg
Oh.
from the campaign.
Greg. Oh, yeah, Greg. Yeah, no.
This is the real
You'll
winner's
see-
circle. Greg
yeah,
is
you'll
there.
see a guy.
I just see Greg in the corner. I'm like, you know.
Absolutely, yeah. He's just over there. He just holds up a champagne flute. And goes, "I dig the jacket." And you can see that there's not a lot of people. You can see that there's the head of security for Angel and everything. But he says, I figured I'd give you all a little bit of time to devise a strategy. Duke, you went ahead and let them know the skinny action that's happening on the side
Shit.
tonight, right?
Yeah, we flash back to me telling.
Tell everybody. Perfect.
Yeah.
I know they need us to get some sort of briefcase. Apparently, it changes everything. Smash cut back.
Apparently, it changes everything. Whatever.
Still the concerned look on Dallas's face that now everyone can see.
Yeah. Perfect. He
I
goes,
think
yeah.
there's a small nudge.
Perfect. Well, I'm going to try and be the dutiful host, fluttering around, saying hello, hi. The FIAR president, though, by the way, a man by the name of Mr. Swiper, Alexander Swiper.
No swiper.
Swiping.
No Swiper, no swiping. By the name of Alexander Swiper. Is set to attend. He's going to be intermingling in the VIP section. He might try to make his way up here. He's going to try to sweet talk his way up here, and I might let him up for a few seconds. But just know that tonight, this is where you all dwell if you need to take a break, step away from everything. Remember, don't get caught. Grab his briefcase, bring it to me. Don't be obvious. It's simple. Nothing can go wrong. All the excitement already happened earlier today. Protests and gang warfare on the track. Isn't it all so exciting? It's riveting, right? It's just what racing's all about, right?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Perfect.
I love how Dallas is just overwhelmed now with no mask on.
Goes ahead and
People
snaps.
can see me
Yeah.
and being perceived.
You can see a server walks up with like a mirror. There's like this like little pink with like gold flecks powder that he grabs a straw and just perfect. Anybody like to partake? A little bit of twinkle.
Space cocaine.
Put some sugar in your tank.
I'm good.
I'm all right. You got enough adrenaline already.
What about you? You match, actually. Looks over at you, Zane Tucci. We get a flashback to the time where you're with the FIAR, where the president's sitting and talking to you and goes, "There'll be a time, Mr. Shaft, where you're going to be pressured into doing something you don't want to do. And you're going to have to prove that you're fitting in, that you're part of everything." And then we come back to the president.
There's a misunderstanding here, Mr. President. Because he doesn't even finish the like you kind of match before Zane is already taking a line fully from the track.
Go ahead and give me. We'll make this. Is this grit? It sounds like grit.
Feels like it's probably grit.
Yeah,
like
go ahead and
grit.
give us
Hell
a
yeah.
grit roll.
Hell yeah, it is. Hell yeah, it's grit. And hell yeah, dude, that's a fucking 14. You can't touch my ass.
Let's go.
It's that
You're
kind of-
so good at this.
If somebody is experienced with Twinkle, this drug that absolutely exists, this space drug that absolutely exists, you know that there's an underlying sleepiness to the excitement that it gives your brain. It's like that accelerated, like you're hitting. It's an upper on your brain and it's a downer on your body. How does it happen? And you just natural waveform. All right, you prepared for this. Okay, you understood that being
I trained.
undercover means that you need to have a certain type of capability that your body can
Sure.
handle of substances. Now, maybe didn't have to, but you thought it'd be a great idea. So here you are, just a pro, and everything
Sure.
is just instantly the soundtrack is just in your head and everything like that. You're hearing the notes, it's moving your body. You can see that everything in this building, in this room right now, is moving along with the beat of the music, and you yourself can move along with the beat of this music. And so when it comes to we'll go ahead and say muscle checks. You can go ahead and roll muscle checks. Your next muscle check will be with the upper hand.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The tray comes around to you, Duke.
Oh, Duke does the real classy, like just puts his finger in it, gives a little gum rub,
Yeah.
gives one of these. That's it. That's just good.
And then comes around and the wrench goes, "Don't even try it." And the girl and the server just skips over and everything like that. And then looks over at Angel and goes, "Anybody else you need me to go fetch?" And Angel goes, No, you're great. Go have fun, Vinny." And Vincent just kind of shakes his head and goes, "Enjoy the party," and turns and makes his way to the elevator. So, gang, I'm gonna let you free. This nightclub has all that you could. It has private side rooms. It's got dance pads. It's got platforms for go-go dancing. It's got like a helicopter pad up top, or helicopter pad, like a helijet pad outside. If you want to, it's got balconies outside if you want to be a little bit more private or have a cigarette. What's kind of the plan of action? Also, it is to be understood that if there's a racer that is still alive and their team member and their crew leads and probably somebody associated with them, they're probably at this party, unless you're Racer Zed because you're too cool for school, which I respect that move. I think that's more people should have a willingness for that.
I was very ready for it. The hottest new club is Flurg.
Perfect.
The good question is, did we come up with a? And I think here's the thing we need to establish. The three of us have been up to shenanigans from time to time. Has Zane done any shenaniganery with us?
That's true.
Like, when did you join in?
I feel like I would have just like accidentally bumped into you at a memorial for PJ. So it would have been pretty soon after that first race that I joined in. And I think that almost every single instance, Zane has served as some kind of loud distraction because he's really good at getting in the middle of a party. And so just in general, but yeah, I think 100% has totally been down to Clown. Because of course.
Yeah.
I'm digging up dirt on you.
What?
Would I know what this guy looks like, Wes?
The president?
Was his name Skinner, the one with the
Swiper.
briefcase?
Yeah,
Swiper.
Yeah.
Would I know what he looks like?
Yeah, absolutely. He's got that that super thick like comb over hair that's probably obviously a toupee.
Sure.
And like a thick caterpillar mustache, and then like thick eyebrows, and is like, imagine like the Blade 68 kind of style of suit, like pinstripe suit, double-breasted, thick lapels, wearing a thick Windsor knot tie, probably smoking a pipe or cigarettes or something of that matter. Very much was it Mr. Royalton from Speed Racer?
Sure.
Yeah, that kind of thing. You can go ahead if you want to give me a savvy check.
Cool.
See if you can spot and see where he might be or anything like that.
Okay.
What about anybody else? Oh my god.
5.
5? Okay,
Ooh,
great.
ooh, ooh.
Yeah. Let's go ahead. I'll hold on to that here, and then
Yeah.
we'll check in with everybody else.
You're like, that's great.
That's
What a gift for me.
fantastic. Yeah.
0 Dallas, what you got?
I'm trying to think. Despite how much shit I talk, my character is not a people person.
Yeah. I feel like Dallas. I mean, Dallas. This is the first time that Dallas has been in a public space as a racer where people can see their face,
And it's so public.
and it
so
was such
public.
a public thing, and not just like, oh, they've seen my face. Now there are people whispering about my grandfather, and then like, fucking racing nerds being like, oh, I fucking knew it. They had to fucking, they had to. There was
Check
no
out
way.
this thread I found it like when I started, because how you move and how your grandfather moved. Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
There are people who have probably gone so far as to find pictures from old races
Oh.
where my grandfather was to see if they could spot me within like the thing to like tie the connect. Like it's like incredibly invasive, and not just something that I'm dealing with, like my family at home is dealing with now, and I haven't talked to them yet. And like, so like Super is just sitting in the tension of that, and like not really knowing. Like I think at parties they've always been kind of awkward, but like now it's like
Yeah.
almost like paralyzed.
I love it. I think I mean I'm gonna pitch a scene a little bit. I love that even as you're like seeing this in your head, like, and you feel like absolutely the screens in the club, like some of them are zoomed in on you, some of them are showing like those little bits of things, like imagine like in the future, like they're semi-reactive, so like they are pulling the faces of people and pulling what, and you are the main story.
Yeah,
And, like-
TM's absolutely hanging us nowadays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we I think you like hear Duke's voice kind of muddy, like while you're kind of overwhelmed by this, and then like he like grabs you by the shoulders and like looks you straight in the eyes, like, "Hey, are you ready for this or not?
I don't know.
Do you want to put the fucking mask back on?"
Yeah, yes. Can I
I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing. People are gonna love it. Like it's your thing. Like they know who you are now, but like that is what got you here. Like you're gonna be fine if you're more comfortable with the mask on. Put the mask on.
And I think just like very silently like reaches, and like you see like they kind of pull up like the racing jacket and pull out the mask that's like been tucked into the waistband of the pants, and like quickly put it on. And you see like almost as if the tension melts away from their shoulders as it comes over their head, and they kind of like settle it into place, tucking it like into their jacket. And for the first time in like hours, you see like a kind of like arms go down and like shoulders relaxed.
You hear Duke leans in and says, "By the way, I hate this shit," and then like lifts your hand up above your head and goes, "The bullet!" Like, really loud at the top of his lungs, like just to like the most out of character thing you've ever seen Duke do. Like, just gets like the crowd absolutely cranked. And I mean, maybe I make a roll here. That probably makes
Yeah,
more
go ahead and
sense.
give me a savvy check there. Yeah.
Hold on.
Let's see if they actually like the bullet.
Yeah. I'm gonna spend a heart.
Oh,
You're
okay.
gonna push yourself.
That did not go. Yeah. That's we do great. That's an 11 now. I'll spend a little.
Okay.
There we go.
I'm gonna
there we go.
exert myself.
Exert
We
some
win
heart,
those, we
yeah,
win
and
those.
everything. I think, oof, there's that just like moment of like everybody, like you like bring up Dallas to like the balcony and everything. And this is where like Tobias Angel was standing and everything like that. And you go ahead and just raise the hand and you see the bullet, and there's just that moment of everybody turning and looking. And then somebody goes, "Yeah!" And it just kind of like echoes a little bit. Yeah! 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 And then everybody else starts joining in. It's like a woo! Bullet! Yeah! And then it's just like joining in like chord, and then people start chanting bullet, bullet. And you just hear this tower of people just cheering and everything like that. Immediately thinking that you have a lock on where the president is, camshaft. Fucking hands are up and everything like that, and they're chanting bullet and everything like that, and you've lost him. It's gone. And so you're like, okay, he must be in the VIP area, so I'm going to go ahead and just do another lap and everything. Why is there so many people here already? It's the VIP section. And then you realize, okay, it's everybody that's involved with this fucking race season. Okay, great. Fantastic. And I'm going to go ahead and take a, I'm going to add a blues to you. Just for the sake of, like, getting overwhelmed. Kind of taking that on and everything like that.
That's fair. Puts me at 7.
Not for you. Not for you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
Dallas.
sorry.
Not for
Yeah,
you,
no,
but
you're good,
for
you're good.
our friend with the 5 here, the camshaft. Sorry,
The
I should
Judas.
specified.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. You're good.
Judas.
You're good. A lot of pressure. Dusty.
I think to this Zero, like casually, just like after all that with the hand raise, pats Dallas on the shoulder. Is like, all right, Frank, it's all you. And I think they're going to kind of use this to kind of go to the VIP, and they're just gonna like look for a conspicuous briefcase.
Okay. Give me a
Like they're
savvy
not gonna
check.
look for the person; they're just gonna look for a briefcase.
Look for the briefcase. I'm looking for a briefcase, not a person. Yeah, go ahead and give me a savvy check.
All right, let's do that. +0. You know what though? That's an 11.
It's 11. Holy
Hell yeah, baby.
dang, good job. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I like this. Perfect. I think as soon as Zane Tucci loses the president in the crowd and everything like that, Zane, like you're getting overrun, you're like whatever, like trying to find and everything like that. You go ahead and you hear this man. You hear the voice first. You've heard the president before and everything. He goes, "Oh no, I think it's tremendous. I think the sport needed a bit of shaking up. You see, this all the top teams with the most money and the best sponsors and everything. While I am excited about the economic prospects of generating more funds for Formula Infinity and of course the wider Senna system, it's quite wonderful seeing young upstarts, especially with the leadership that they have running in with them. It's inspiring, truly. I hope that we can see even more younger teams with less money backing trying to take down the champions next year. What do you say? What do you say, Mr. Manolo? Something that my father used to say. He said, in a world of nuts, you gotta be a bolt. And I think that's really prescient to this situation. Don't catch a meaning, Xavier. Not quite. It's a metaphor that went quite over my head, but you're the mechanical man. I'm just a money man. And you can see that there's a briefcase that is in his hand. And you're like, briefcase right there, zoned in. He's in conversation with another man. And you'll see that there is, in fact, a handcuff attached to the wrist to the handle of the briefcase that has like a couple wires running through it. So it's probably alarmed or something like that. I would also say with an 11, you would probably also notice that there are conspicuous looking security men kind of around him. Not right next to him, but kind of around him.
Do I is Zane around here since they like
Yeah, I think you see Zane sitting, like, not sitting, but is like kind of standing and looking a little bit overwhelmed. Like there's just like so many people and everything like that. And I think you would also notice that there is a person staring at Zane.
And
They
I'm
see-
so sparkled out right now.
You're so sparkled out and everything like that.
Not a single chance.
This person, you would recognize this person is an entertainment phenom by the name of 3E, who is like, think of like a K-pop star, but is one of the Choi family members, Eric with a K, Eric Choi, and he goes under the nom de plume 3E, and is a recording artist and everything. Is wearing extravagant, like kind of like billowy, like curtain type head dress. That's like tied back and has ringlets of gold that are coming down from the earrings into a nose ring and everything. Brilliant green eyes, and is just staring daggers in the back of Zane Tucci's head.
huh. Zero's gonna take this end and like very quickly is like, okay, I need to like that's someone I know. I need to talk to someone else. They're gonna just quickly just like grab 2 drinks from like a nearby like like someone handing them out, and gonna quickly like saddle up to Zane, putting one in their hand, and just saying, "We got president at 2. You have someone very angry at you at 6. I don't know why."
Zero, it's so good to see
All right,
you.
Zane. Hey, yeah, great.
Socials are killing it right now. They are loving the comeback for you too.
Great. I know you just kind of like you need to lock in, my friend.
I'm he like leans in and goes, I'm not replying to the obvious thing because obviously we're here because you guys win.
Yeah, great. Yeah, exactly. Where you're so take the drink. There's obviously like I'm imagining music, loud, people talking. So talking at like audible, but not like yelling. Just president's got like a weird handcuff situation and security guards. But if we could get the handcuff off or disable it, I could just grab it and run.
I think while you're talking, I kind of am talking over you to kind of keep filling the void and like covering up what you're saying. And I'm like, oh, we got to get a picture. And I kind of wheel us so that 3E is in the background as a selfie.
Sick.
And just kind of like clock that he is still looking. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll go, can't say I know what I've done to piss him off, but he does seem interested.
I get the feeling.
Also, wires on the handcuff. Not great. Not great.
If we could disable it or fry it, that may work. At least long enough for us to just, get rid of it.
Sure.
Also, while sipping the drink. It's like a flute that's like way too long.
Yeah.
Totally.
Like very thin,
Love that.
so the drink is just barely coming out.
Love that.
Big old Ocean's 11 with the prosthetic nose and the
Just-
champagne flute. Trying
Yeah.
to go ahead and give me a savvy check on that part. I want to go back and touch base with Duke and Bullet again here and see which or what y'all are attempting to do. We can kind of say, just in the sake of expediency, you from the balcony position are able to be like, okay, we clock, we see Zane Tucci there, and then okay, so we've seen, okay, so those two have gathered together. Oh, they're staring at somebody. Okay, they've clocked the president. There's the president. FII, talking to Xavier Manolo with a briefcase in hand.
All right. We're going to let them take the first pass. However, if this doesn't work, people want to talk to you. So, like, if they can't make it happen here, you see those, and I just point out the two the goons around him.
Yeah.
I was like, you see those, like, those are flanking him. If you can get him up here away from them, it'll make it a lot easier. We'll let them take the first pass, but just hang back, and again, try to enjoy the night.
Have fun.
Okay. Do you think I could get away with like the silent thing again?
Oh yeah.
With the mask? Okay.
Here's
might just
the
try that.
deal.
I might
Like,
just try that.
people are gonna love it. Make deep, meaningful eye contact, right?
Oh, you don't have to tell me.
And
I
give them
know
what they
how-
want.
I've been doing it for a while. I can do that.
Yeah, but you do the thing where you look at them and you scare them, and there's gonna be people who want that also. They,
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Wait, people were scared of me?
yeah. Was that not the?
No, I thought I was trying to give off like neutral and like listening.
Yeah. What? Okay, I don't know if you know this.
Is that not how?
Let me
that
explain.
came off?
When you're wearing a mask, you don't
Right.
you don't get
Gentlemen,
any of the
gentlemen,
nonverbal
gentlemen,
cues.
it's a pleasure to see you. As you hear the man with the golden voice of Formula Infinity, Jeremy Corbyn, with a Y, and try to guess where the Y is. Comes
where
up.
you think.
He's got the Kenneth
Y.
Branagh style, like curly blonde hair that kind of comes down into mullets. Is wearing a very, very classic James Bond, Dr. No style, or like From Russia with Love tuxedo, white dinner jacket with a red flower and everything. He's got a winning smile filled with two shiny veneers. He's the lead commentator for Formula Infinity. Comes up and goes, "Look at you two, just dashing gentlemen, both of you, and so mysterious. God, calling your races. It's exhilarating to have not only just one, but two masked races on a field where there's also another racer who has a name that is referring to masked races, but is in fact not masked. Thrilling stuff. Kept me on my toes the entire season. I love excitement. I hate when I have too simple of names to call out when I'm commentating. And also, the drama, the excitement. Dreadful to hear about PJ as well. It's just a shame. The brightest stars burn out the fastest, unfortunately. But you two know this, don't you, gentlemen? Anyways, don't let me blather on. Anyways, how are you two faring?
I look over at Dallas to see what kind of deep, meaningful eye contact you make.
Making like it was going to be deep, meaningful contact, and then he mentioned PJ, and then immediately I think Dallas started tearing up.
Go ahead and give
is-
me a grit check.
And he's doing
please.
he's trying so hard to
But
keep-
can anyone
to
tell
keep
you're
it
tearing up?
cool. That's the question. So my grit is +1, and that's 6 + 2 8 + 1 9.
9. He looks at you and you look directly at him, and you manage to hold back the tears, but they give you this kind of like watery eye effect that just makes your eyes more dramatic and everything.
Yeah.
And he just looks at you and he goes, "By God, you are a vision, aren't you? An enigma, wrapped in a puzzle, cocooned in a question. You must let me interview you. Bullet, is it? I mean, we all know who you truly are, but when you have the mask on, is that who you really are? Is James Hopkins the mask?" These are all interesting questions that everyone wants to hear, and I feel like Formula Infinity Incorporated deserves to have the exclusive story. Now, of course, we're talking about proper compensation and everything, of course, gentlemen. But I think you and we could have one hell of an interview, and then a book deal, and then a documentary, and then we'll have a feature release, dominating all of the kinos across the Cine system.
I put my hand out to shake his as I put pride before family, overwhelmed by emotion in this moment and all of the possibilities, and truly also out of desperation because I have no idea how else to react to all of this. And I put out my hand to shake on this deal.
That brings you to 8, right?
That brings me to 7.
7. Okay, great. Perfect. Goes ahead and brings it in close. And you don't even look like you're about to say anything. And he puts a hand on your shoulder as he's shaking your hand. He puts his other hand on your shoulder. Real like, he almost did the double hand pastor shake, but instead he brought it in like the youth pastor. And he goes, you don't have to say anything. Not yet. Your voice will come in clear, loud, crystal, when we eventually dominate the airwaves.
I look forward to it.
Oh. By God. We're going to make so much money. You and I. Shakes the hand. Duke. And of course, to come from rags to riches. Truly, from the highest of the highs, but being held back by the thick red tape of bureaucracy and poverty, to scrounge yourself from the bricks, wasting your years away, having absolutely nothing to show for it, to build a team so hodgepodge, having tragedy at... Maybe not do that. Tragedy after tragedy hits you. Truly, thinking that, like, is this man ever going to see success ever in his life? And to know that maybe you were staring down the barrel of a loaded gun of mediocrity and obscurity. And you saw that brass ring and you grabbed it. Beautiful stuff. My God. How compelling.
It is when you tell it.
And I will, loudly, such fervor, I will shake the heavens and know this, the Duke has ascended to king. Washed up no more, my friend. No, forget what they all say about you. They're all fools. Let them eat crow while you eat cake. Grand stuff. One of my wives is calling me. It's probably about the tartar. Enjoy yourselves, gentlemen.
That's great.
As he as he walks away, I just slowly turn to Duke. Did that go well?
As well as it could.
Okay.
Going back to the other two, as Bullet prepares to mingle with the crowd and everything, but we're going to give these two an opportunity to see what they got. What's the approach here to try and nab this briefcase?
Do you have something that isn't a bad decision?
I can try and distract some of the security guards, and that's about as far as I've been successful getting.
Okay. You could distract the security guards. I could try to schmooze up the president. I'm bad at that though.
I don't have a great. Well, I mean, savvy is a 0 for me, so we're situated in the same place.
I mean, yeah, y'all could probably have a very active approach to it. Then a distraction sounds like a good start.
I think that Zane is gonna go position himself not next to some of the security guards, but relatively close. Not looking at them, not interacting with them, but he's kind of standing there on his like data pad, and he's gonna look up and look directly at 3E and give a little wave, kind of provoking him to come over.
Got it. Got it. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, great. Dusty.
I look at the flute in my hand that still has like half a thing of alcohol in it, and I just look at this, look at the handcuffs with wires in them, look back at that. Okay, fuck it. And I want to go like talk to the president and pretend someone bumped into me and direct the drink all over the handcuffs.
Classic.
I would typically make this a savvy check, but I feel like there's almost like a muscle quality to it, I think. There's almost like a bit of like a timing. There's like a hand-eye coordination and everything like that that comes with it and everything. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and make a muscle check for me.
Yeah, it's definitely like hey, President, third place here. Just really wanted to
Third place here.
just say like how great F-Infiniti has been.
Wow, what'd you get?
A 7.
You
I think
can-
I'm gonna spend a heart to exert.
Okay. Okay.
Nice.
Perfect.
Oh, that's turns it to a 9.
Okay. Perfect.
Nice.
Perfect. Yeah. There's this moment of like you coming up and you're like, excuse me, sir. Hi, it's third place winner here and everything like that. And there's a bit of humility that has to come with that. It's not second, it's not first, and if you're not first, you're last, and you're having to kind of own up to the fact that you came in third. You still podiumed and everything like that, but you come up, and yeah, I think that kind of humility and everything. You have your hand shaking and everything. In the midst of a conversation being interrupted, the two men wheel around, and the briefcase kind of like wheels around and everything. You use it as the perfect opportunity for you to be like, "Oh, excuse me," and then pour it and then onto the handcuffs, and there's a little on the handcuffs that doesn't go noticed by the president as he goes, oh, goodness me.
I apologize. Clumsy here.
Oh no, it's quite fine. It's quite fine. Kazorian, correct?
0 is fine.
0, of course. It's a pleasure to meet you. You know who I am, of course. And
Yes, of
extends out a
course.
hand.
Yeah, 0 grabs with the hand that's not holding the glass, which would be like their left hand, and so like truly great to meet you. I've been racing as long as I could get behind the wheel.
Of course, and of course. I can tell. Such great showing. Not quite not quite the finish you might be hoping for, but still, placing third in middle heaven. It's quite impressive. Even if there was the help of some pesky protesters.
You take what you could get, and 0 kind of like does like in their head just like, oh god, if we could have raced around them, I think we should have, but
Oh, okay. I think you hear Xavier Manalo go, Cordardo Traditore. And just like underneath his breath and everything, where he calls you a cheating coward. Under his breath and everything. The president looks at you and goes, well, don't worry. With this right here, and he goes ahead and pats the briefcase, won't have to worry about any of those things interfering ever again. Trust me. It's going to change everything.
0 like half turns because like they don't understand exactly what they said, but they know when someone is calling you a bitch. We'll also look back at the present, just wow, that's great. Um, I would love to hear more about it.
Absolutely. I would love to spend some. I saw the Duke upstairs, correct?
Yeah, the Duke's great.
Lead the way. I must go speak to the Duke and Bullet and everything. Please, please. And maybe that Racer Zed might be someplace.
So-
Gathers you to push. Then Artie, you can see as you like full on smile and wave. There's in that interaction of 3E starts looking at you pursued, barreling down on you. Bullet up on the platform and everything. Everything's starting to move into place like chess pieces until finally there's a little bit of screams and then gunshots ring out. And then you can see doors bust open in different parts of this club. And you can hear on the VIP platform, there's 3 gunshots from what sounds like a heavy revolver as people duck down. And you see wearing rolled up sleeve, button down shirt, undone bow tie, suspenders with like messy, sweaty hair and wild eyes. You see Olin Manolo, the biter, stand up on top of a table and go, "Celebrations, huh? End of a fucking season, huh? Right there with fucking protesters and riots and everything like that. No. And you can see as Manolo men start kind of like moving into the place and like holding it down. They're holding firearms themselves and everything. He points the gun over and scans the crowd, not even recognizing you, Zane Tucci, and everything, and like sees Zero and sees the president, and the president's like, "Please, for the love of God, stand down." And he goes, "I don't want to hear one thing coming out of your fucking mouth, all right?"
Zero's going to stand in front of the president.
Mr. President, get down.
There it is. There it is. There it is. You, and where's that fuckwit of a partner of yours? There you are.
Manolo,
Not
you have
even
too much-
looking.
you have too much of that damn drink.
I had quite enough. Quite enough. Enough for me to do this, okay? Fuck it. Fuck the closed circuit. Fuck the rules. Fuck all of the sponsorships and the celebrities and the fucking piece of shit bands. Piston. Who brings Piston here? Honestly.
Thought you liked them.
Could I be recording this whole thing while this is all
Absolutely.
going? Okay,
Absolutely.
beautiful.
So I want it now. I want the podium fucks. 1, 2, and 3. And me. Tunnels. Now. I saw your rigs outside. You brought them. Of course I brought mine. No better time than the present, huh?
Manolo, just race me.
No.
You don't got to race no one else. I could beat you with my eyes closed.
Zed didn't show up.
Who fucking said that? Who said that? He stops. And he turns back to you and goes, "Race? Now?"
Right now. You gotta put that fucking gun away.
Goes ahead and pops out the cylinder, spins it, and all the shells fall out, and he just drops on the floor and goes, hate those things anyways, and then hops down. And you can see his dad is like feverishly yelling at him and starting to walk towards him, and he just backhands his dad, and he goes, "Outside. Everybody outside." And that's where we're going to leave off our session for tonight. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
This
All
game is
right.
so fucking good.
This was Formula Infinity. Let's do a quick reaction roll, which is a live stream inside of a live stream. It's our chance to sit down with the creator of a game we just played and talk about what it was like to play that game. We just finished playing F-Infiniti. We did a nice little 2-part stream here, testing out some rules, seeing what works, what doesn't work, and the racing things, and getting a little drama In Formula Infinity just finished funding over on BackerKit. You can go to ttrpg.link/speed of sad to follow the project, get notified when late pledges go live, find out about other cool games we have coming up from Plus One EXP and associated friends. With that said, Wes, why don't you tell people kind of a little bit about like not like we've seen a lot of the things in action, but like some of the like beats that really kind of inspired this for you, and some of what you're really like hoping the race mechanics kind of draw out. Give us like the design brief.
Yeah. So when approaching like how to put rules into Orbital Blues, and like racing rules into that point, I wanted to put something in that scaffolded easily onto the already existing mechanics. There was different iterations of like, oh, maybe there's like a whole separate like roll thing that happens, like there's like multiple moving parts. Does every crew member get involved in this thing and they each control one part of it, like it's Voltron or something like that? And then it just kind of settled down into, I want it to be simple, I want it to work within the parameters of what has already come before. And I was inspired by some design that I was doing with Quinn for Hit Dogs, which was utilizing some of the Carta mechanics, which is building a map by laying out playing cards, and when you flip them over, the correlating suit and number has something affected according to like the dungeon or something like that. And I was just like, well, we can go ahead and just do that with a circuit. Essentially, you can just go ahead and make a track by laying out cards in a circle, and then just go around the circle with each person flipping over a card. And it kind of started from there, and then boil that down to its purest essence, and then figuring out what from the existing mechanics we can tie into that to make it exciting. And so having, at first it was like each planet is going to have two through, they're going to have their own suit and everything. It was going to be two through the face cards. um and then I realized like that's a lot of writing for everybody to do. That's also like a lot of like potential for overlap that you're going to have to like test, and it's going to take a lot of editing and a lot of like back and forth and everything. And so the best thing to do is just to write some general events, race events that'll happen with 2 through 9s for each of the suits. Gambling is such a huge part of Orbital Blues, and so I figured utilizing playing cards and dice, it just fits in perfectly. um, and yeah, having laps, having a grid position. The grid position thing didn't come later until with like sitting down with Tony and hashing it out and trying to figure out what it looks like on the table. Because at first it was going to be using like miniatures around the track and everything like that, and there was going to be a grid positioning or anything. And then having that kind of grid positioning allows there to be a tactile thing that is opposite of the cards, so that the cards can be not so in the way. And if they get flipped over, they get messed up or anything like that. Like it reduces potential for that, for table clutter as well and everything. Especially just having a central unit where you can have that grid position and just put the cards around it, and then you're just kind of adjusting, or it can be in front of the storyteller. Um, yeah, the cards that I've seen from like Quinn's writing. Quinn was like a big booster, like to keep going and writing, especially when I was dealing like a lot of like writer's block and burnout and all this other kind of stuff. Like Quinn was like such a great North Star. um and like I was able to like very much like work off of that, of like knocking out him immediately, knocking out, because he's a machine.
Yeah.
And he writes, and so I'm able to be like, I can easily write the middle heaven cards now, and I benefited from that even without asking him, because it just came through. And so I can make sure that there's no overlap. It's deeply unique, and it feels unique, and it feels like within the setting. Um, and I wanted to bring multiple people in, multiple perspectives in, to have different representations of different kinds of motorsports. Just because, like, I mean, it's racing's at the heart of it.
Yeah.
And everything. And I wanted it to feel thrilling, and I wanted to feel engaging and everything like that. And I'm glad that we're able to represent it on a Miro board very easily as well. I think that's really
Yeah, it turned out really well.
Yeah. I feel really good about it too. Like I love having like the opportunity to kind of play test some things and see what works and see what adjustments need to make, because there's even adjustments that I made for some of the middle heaven stuff in between the last session and this session.
Yeah.
and there's going to be more stuff. But I most of all, I just wanted to feel like it could easily slot in to any Orbital Blues campaign. Even you could start a Formula Infinity focused one, or you could do where your crew in the Sutler system stops off at a planet that has racing in it, and it's just
Mhm.
one of those things where it's just like it's a one off kind of thing.
Yeah.
Um, and I think it can do it. I think it can handle it, which is nice to know.
Well, let's find out what everybody else thinks. Let's make Wes cry now.
Perfect. Yeah.
Kendo, you got those hands going. Let's tell people who you are, what you do,
Yeah.
and then what it was like to play F-Infiniti.
Yeah. So hey everybody, my name was Kendrick or is Kendrick or Kendo, whichever you prefer. I didn't die quite yet. You can find me everywhere on the internet that matters at Kendo Makes Films, and you can find my actual play podcast where we tell stories at the intersection of queerness and horror using indie ttrpgs at Tales Yet Told. New name reveal imminent. But yeah, you can find that everywhere on the internet that matters at Tales Get Told, on Blue Sky at talesgettold.com. And guess what? That website also works. So you can look through all of our stuff. We're a multi-award winning thing. We just won another award at the Baltimore Web Fest
Mhm.
for best storyteller
Mhm.
and best art. And so
You were
I think
also nominated for LA Web Fest, right?
I
As
was
well.
not nominated for
Oh,
LA
okay.
Web Fest because
Okay.
I
You
did
were
Okay.
not
nominated
submit
in
to
my
LA.
heart for LA Web
Yeah, in
Fest.
my
Thank
heart.
you. Well, I
I knew you
didn't
went out to
submit, so I
LA
couldn't be
recently.
nominated.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's not to say
Okay.
I couldn't have been, but I
Well,
wasn't.
next time. Next
Next
time.
time.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I'm also so I'm obviously a podcast producer. I'm also a game designer and the media production manager over at Cobalt Press. And God, this game was so much fucking fun. I have it's been like a long time, like a long-term desire of mine to play a racing TTRPG. So far, I had not, and I couldn't even in my mind conceptualize of like every time I would think about it, I'm like, how do you do this? Right? Like how do you keep track of it in a way that is still interesting and easy to engage with? And you all knocked it out of the fucking park. And like it's like now I'm at a point where like, well, I don't know what it looks like if it's not this. Because because this just it feels so easy to get into. I love the drawing of the cards leading to prompts, and then like having that just be like the motivating engine that just takes us through. And it was like it was so easy to balance, and part of that is your GMing, Wes. Genuinely, you made it so easy to really imagine the space and be able to like figure out like how I wanted to navigate it.
Mm-hmm.
Like having like again never played another racing thing, and like most of my racing like knowledge comes from like anime or or cartoons, and like so having never really like watched F1 or anything like that, like one of my worries was like not being able to keep up with it and
Mm-hmm.
be like
Mm-hmm.
lost within like the spatial aspect of it. But both the mechanics of this game and your GMing just like made it so easy to be able to get into, and that was it was so much fun. It was so much fun. And the new troubles and stuff, like Race is a Four-Letter Word is a such an amazing trouble.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much to be able to just consistently pull from it. That was just like it was just so fun. This y'all y'all did an amazing job, and congratulations on funding. I cannot wait to have this on my shelf because it is sick as fuck.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go up to Dusty.
Hello, hi. I'm Dusty. You can find me online anywhere that matters at Dusty E Hill. There's no Y in this name, but just a letter E. Um, I am an actual play producer performer. You can find me telling very queer, very um, gay. That's also queer, but very queer and fun stories at Goblins and Gays and Bring Your Own Mech, and among many others. You can find all that at Dusty Hill. I also write games, very genreful, very queer, very character focused. Is something that I've like realized. That's why I like writing character stuff so much. At From Dust to Dice at HNIO, and I love this damn game. Um, to echo what Kendall was saying about the racing is so sick. Like one pulling on the the cards that have something like tangible to flip over, like even on the mirror board, but like playing this in person and you having the cards there and you just like putting like whatever to like imagine like the grid position is like one, like giving you something visual, even if it's just like scribbles on paper to work off of, but also like the labs having the consequences of really like getting you into space. Like races are sick, they're fun, they're cool, they're dangerous, they're like intense, and you're doing races in futuristic sci-fi situation where there's even more dangerous situations possible, more sick things possible. um I'm like like losing my mind positive over like this mechanic, because like my brain's like, oh, this is like some of like the best like chase sequence things I could think of using this. Like you just tweak a few things and like you instantly have like a chase sequence going for that you could also just slot into a reduce. Like using this for a chase sequence in space as someone's getting away with your bounty and you need to go after them and you're flipping these cards, like mine's going 1,000 miles an hour. It was also really sick to see so many of like the cool gambits and troubles, like specifically Artie, you using the mixtape. That's something that I wrote, and that's exactly the situation you want to see. You want to see yourself being sad, missing someone so bad to the song that that makes you think of them. And Kendo races a four-letter word. You knocked that out of the park. Judas was sick. Washed up was sick. This game rules. This game fucking rules. And I'm not just saying that because I wrote for it. I'm saying because I played it and it's sick.
It is wild to experience something that you've written and getting to play it and see it and record. It's yeah. I never get used to it. I
It's so
never
cool.
get used
It's
to
so
it.
sick. I love it.
Love it. Awesome. And that was our two-part crew. But Artie, how about you? You hopped in halfway through, coming in as our Judas. Tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, and what it was like to play F-Infiniti.
Hello, hello. My name is Artie Wells. I do game design and actual play performance. You can find me kind of all over the web on different channels doing little actual plays here and there. My main channel that I work with is Timbo the Wizard's Guild House, but done things here on this channel, done things over with the Gauntlet. So you can just kind of catch me anywhere. I also do game design, like I mentioned. You can find my game Dying of the Light here with plus one exp, but also my newest game, I'm going to be releasing the ashcan hopefully this month, and it's going to be submitted on itch to the More Than a Mystery game jam hosted by our lovely dear friend Wes Franks. If you are interested in CFB games and want to see how you can play in that space with more than just a mystery genre, you should check it out. There's already a couple games out, and my game, Something of the Light, is a romance letter writing game that uses the CFB system to kind of tell the tale of um, a strange and bizarre relationship that is absolutely doomed to fail. Um, but yeah, I had a great time. I was so glad that B and I were able to split the sessions, even though like neither of us, both of us would have loved to be at both sessions. The fact that we were able to split, I think, was really lovely, and it was so fun, kind of doing the high five on the way through and going, "Hey B, is it cool if I show up as your dead friend?" And getting to play off that. But like, I think that's what was so exciting about doing F-Infiniti, like doing this one shot, is like I think racing as a fiction genre is like it's so camp. Like car racing specifically. Horse racing is its own thing. That's like whatever. Racing foot races, that's its own thing. But like there's something about like racing in cars that it's like nothing is ever gonna hit the level of the Wachowski sisters Speed Racer, but to that in my brain, I'm like, that's racing. No, that's racing. But like just the kind of fanfare and the way the crowds act, and it's like, yes, we're not literally seeing cars do flips and shits over each other, but it's like that is the feeling of like watching F1 racing. And I think that like in the same way, there is something to catching that in F-Infiniti of like it's there because Orbital Blues is a game that's like got its roots in like Cowboy Bebop and stuff. I think there is like that similar like that is a piece of media that loves other pieces of media, and I feel like so it bleeds into Orbital Blues, which bleeds into this where it's like you can pull in all of those references to other things that you love and like create something really fun with this. And I think that's like I'm gonna throw a question at you in the middle of this thing, Wes, while I'm complimenting you. I'm like, Orbital Blues is such a specific system and the vibe and the feel of it. And I think like as someone who's like recently tried to write something for it, it's like what are what were the challenges with trying to create something in this feel, this vibe that's like very like pulpy and adventuresome, but you know, kind of the crew of assholes trope. Like what is that like?
I'm such like a horror person. I'm like such like a horror mystery person, and like getting to like kind of step back from that, and also a lot of the stuff that I write that's in horror is like very much grounded in reality. It's like magical realism, or it's like urban fantasy adjacent, or something like that, or like low fantasy adjacent. But like being able to step back, I love sci-fi so much, and I love pulp. I've loved pulp from a young age when I like read like old Indiana Jones comics that were not great, they were not good, but like they had that kind of feel and vibe to them, and like Conan the Barbarian and everything. To like Crimson Skies High Road to Revenge was the original Xbox game, where it's a world where everything is done through planes. Um, and like everybody flies planes, and there's zeppelins, and there's cars, but like the dominant form of travel is air travel. And there's just something about Orbital Blues that really lends into that, and I think it's like how it is formatted and how it's presented, and how the game is presented to you, to like where it feels truly like a sandbox type of game. And so like approaching Formula Infinity like that was like, it's so hard for me to write vaguely. And like Orbital Blues is very much written in that way, where it's like this is a suggestion to the storyteller to use in your own game, and there are mechanics here for you to utilize and pick up, but a lot of the flavor is just giving you wafts of it. And I am like such like a person that like when I write stuff, I write for CFB or like World of Darkness or like Cult or something like that, where it's like everything's laid out, like everything you need to know is laid out, and like there's a lot of improv that goes into it. Like there's collaborative storytelling with CFB, like you're writing open-ended prompts and everything. But it was a challenge for me to kind of write in a way that is vague, but is also giving you enough details for you to work with that's substantial, and like it can contribute to an overall world. And also like when we first started writing this, I was writing the game in an intentionality that it was going to be in the Sutler system, like the Formula Infinity was going to be an addition to the Sutler system and everything. And Zach said we want to keep it separate, like we want to keep the Sutler system, and so come up with your own system. And so knowing that I had what is essentially carte blanche to do whatever the hell we wanted to do, then just opened up the entire field to where I could like go to like Quinn and Dusty and say, for character options, keep it race focused, but like sky's the limit. Like go what you like go what you do, what you want to do. And like with like Quinn, who like is like a writing machine, and like we can have a battlefield planet, and we're not constrained to just cowboys and space cowboys at that point. We are now open to racing, the genre of racing.
Mm-hmm.
And when you allow yourself to unlock and be like, this is now a genre that has subgenres in it, that allows your possibilities to open up for what you can write and what you can put into the game. So now that we're able to take crime thriller, like with like gangland storytelling, or we can take eco-terrorism or like eco horror and take it and put that in racing. But it just has racing. The engine, the core of it is just is racing at the bottom line. And it's just something that like benefits from it's such a dramatic thing. And like growing up around it, like I see the drama, and it's like, and it's over the smallest stuff. and it's like oh, one wrong part stops working, and I can have a whole meltdown, and but the car part not working is not the cause of the meltdown. It's the trouble that's brewing in
Yeah.
the middle of you, and it's great. It's great. Like it allows to have moments like that and everything. So it was really cool.
Um,
Once I was able to knock down those walls, I was able to like open up wide open.
Yeah. I'll say, having done a lot of content with like Sam and Jelly and the creative team for the original Orbital Blues, one of the things that came up, and this has come up in with a couple other things, like my interview with Luke when we did Heaven in the Dust, is like talking to non-Americans about Americana and their approach to designing with Americana as a core focus in mind and how they approach that. One of the things that's really interesting about the Orbital Blues Month's projects, because they really view that as a core part of there's something about Orbital Blues, even though Cowboy Bebop and other things that are international are touchstones, that is like very driven by the concept of classic Americana and American culture. But if you look at it, it's like you've got, so in Orbital Blues Month we ended up with a train game, which is very like Westward Bound, like going across the U.S. vibe. We ended up with a jazz game, right? One that is about a missing jazz singer. We ended up with F-Infiniti, which is about car racing, which is an inherently I know that Europeans do it now also, but it's an inherently American element. Like all the different elements, we're driving these different tones of Americana in, and it was really cool because I know that Kendo's a full expert on everything Formula Infinity, but I had to learn a lot about it. And even though I had touchstones and other things like that, watching Wes unpack that, as we played, doing the die drops, making sure everybody was clear on kind of what's happening, but also in the design process, getting to watch how that tells a very for good or for bad, a very American story, and has those is a really cool thing to see get unpacked in that design process also, that I think is a huge part of what we saw in all the Orbital Blues Months projects.
Agreed. Agreed.
Artie, any more thoughts?
I just think it's a lot of fun. I think being the Judas was something that was really cool, and I would love to play in a campaign to see kind of how that could play out in a different way, because I feel like coming in for one session, I think it was vibes, and obviously knew that coming in, and it was vibes. And now I'm like, how do I convince my friends we need to do a full campaign of F-Infiniti?
And to kind of lean into that, I wouldn't have, because your trouble wasn't brewing at that moment, but the whole stuff with the Choi 3E was going to be somebody that heavily body mods themselves, understands that you had plastic surgery, and they recognized you. And that and that's something that I would have led into, of being I wouldn't have immediately put the connection together, but it would have been do we know each other? That whole thing of you just seem so familiar, and you're just with a bunch of nobodies, and you don't carry yourself like a nobody, that kind of thing. It's the whole thing of I know who you are.
No, even that's the other thing. Orbital Blues, a 2-shot is a tight Orbital Blues. It's hard to get to blues in a 2-shot. You've got to be burning for it. There's certain troubles, the gambler in the original game makes it really easy, because you can just we watched Brian do it on air in a 2-shot a couple last weekend. And then mine, the washed up, you're constantly around other people succeeding. And so the ability to just revel in there's a lot that you can kind of drive that. It was great watching Kendo start on today's also too, and you'll hit those moments of spotlight passing, but on average an arc is usually 3 to 4 sessions, and that's you, and everybody basically hits blues once per arc on average, and so it takes a little while to kind of crank them up and get them going. Cool thing is, once you're done with that, you can take on another trouble. Now you've got 2 that are triggering, so you can get them to start ramping up a little faster as you go too. I also had a blast. I'd love to see. Oh, go ahead, Artie.
I have one last thing to ask my fellow players. If you were to swan song, what would you have
Oh, man, I
swan
was thinking about
songed
this
with?
earlier, and I don't have a good answer yet. Somebody else answer first.
Mine would have been Paramore's Hard Times.
That rips. Give me a second. I thought I had one of mine and I put it on my playlist. I just need to figure out.
Yeah, I'm looking through my music right now.
I love asking this anytime you like finish playing Orbital Blues game. I'm like, this is so important to me.
Somehow work in Journey's Open Arms.
Like, I didn't have a solid answer, and what I would have ideally probably looked up, because I think you should have this in mind, right? Like, I really loved like Ring of Fire as the thing that PJ went out to. Like, I do think for the Duke, like, there's things within like that same realm. The other thing was even just like taking from like the nickname the Duke, like something that was like John Wayne adjacent, like a song from a Western feels like really good for this old guy, like who's kind of like a wash somewhere too. So I don't have a specific answer. Those are things I was thinking about for it though.
Something like Big Iron.
Big Iron would be good.
Marty Robbins joint.
God, what would be a good song?
I think
You gotta hit that POD bullet with a name on it.
I think for Zero it would be Bleachers I Want to Get Better.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Fun.
Ooh, okay.
Deep cuts. It's tough.
Oh no.
Especially when you start building playlists for your character and you're like, I just like all these songs.
I'm just trying to figure out like what aspect of Dallas to hone in on, right? To like for that to be the song, right? Is it the relationship with the? Ooh, actually, hold on. Thank you, 2048 AM. Voices in the Wood. I have
shout out
to my own show. Fuck, is it Suburbs by the Cold Rex? It is Suburbs by the Cold Rex, where he's basically just like, "Fuck you, Dad. This is why I don't come home." That's
the zillennial version of Father of Mine by Everclear, which is the Gen X version of that. Yeah.
See, there it is.
Yeah. Or like Bad Religion's Father.
Oh yeah, Bad Religion Father. Yeah. Damn.
Just throw the genius in here so people can see the lyrics of the song and they'll understand why.
You got excommunicated.
That's right.
Censored.
I had a great time playing. I didn't doubt that I would have a great time playing, but it was also really fun. Like as we were going into the like final mile of getting started, like getting to tag team a lot with Wes on like getting the grid stuff set up, like talking through the actual play flow, like when we got to do some one-on-one stuff. That was honestly some of my favorite part of it. And then getting to watch Wes actually like pick those tools up and like go run and play with them, getting to experience that. It was great. It all felt real good. Like I think like it gave us such a good amount of like immediate feedback to start working with and doing that final dev on. We'll certainly have some more that we're going to want to do. So I would love other people to pick up short arcs of this also to see some more things in play. Because there's just some really cool stuff coming out. We have the 4 core planets, and then we unlocked basically like a pinball asteroid belt by Ray and Josh Hiddy that I'm super excited about. I'm getting to write Gulp, which I'm very excited about. And then
Malay doing the art for the Gulp.
Yeah, Fabian's going to be doing the art for it, so we're figuring that out. And I like Gulp is such a weird spot that like Fabian was like, well, I don't like to draw buildings and cars. I was like, oh, we'll draw like weird space. We'll draw people and space things because like I'm a big like I haven't figured out exactly what I want the gas leviathans to be, but I'm excited for Fabian and I to figure that out together. So, I'm looking forward to all of it and getting more folks out there playing. But any final thoughts from anyone else? Cool. Like we said, go follow the project, ttrpg.link/speed of sad. We've got another stream happening tomorrow night. I'll be back on 3 nights in a row, baby. If you want to check out the stream we did last night, that was roguelike ttrpg, which is a roguelike ttrpg. You should go check it out. It's got some really cool tactical elements. Die, respawn, go loot again. A lot of fun. We played F-Infiniti night. Tomorrow we're playing Chain Link. It's nominated for a bunch of IGDN game awards. I think I am pretty convinced that it or the time we have will probably take game of the year. I may be wrong, but I think one of those two, or I think those are the top two contenders for it. By Ethan Yin, one of the things that came through Zine.Club. Really excited to sit down, get a chance to play. We'll be back here tomorrow night for that. We've got all kinds of great things coming up, including Procedures at Play with, I believe, Sam Dunawall this month, talking about Band-Aids and Bullet Holes, their upcoming John Wick-inspired RPG. We've got Super Dylan on the Wednesday after that, talking about Dylan's Villains, the ultimate RPG guide to villain creation, and a lot of other great things coming up this month. So you can follow us here for that and more. You can check out everything we do at RPGZine.Club or +1exp.com. They're secretly the same website, but go check it out. We've never figured out a good way to end streams here at +1, and at this point, we're not interested in trying. So we're all just going to wave at the camera until I take us off air. Bye, everybody.
Bullet with your name on it. Bullet with our name.